Welcome back to Rush of Madness. This is session 22 entitled Great Tree. Last session, the group entered into the audience of the Queen of Six, engaged her in dialogue and some combat, but reluctantly so. They then, after allowing her to utilize Losei's connection to the Feywild to enter or to create a portal, um, were allowed to step beyond the veil of the material into the Feywild, directly into what would be considered the near adjacent space in the Feywild, a settlement of elves known as Ainkarad, or Ainkalad, depending on your pronunciation. Um, that said, they met with the council rulership of Ainkarad, and learned that Losei's sister, Talindra, is one of the 6 council members that hold power here in this place. They've also learned that there are a number of things that have been plaguing them for some time, and they are working towards fixing a lot of the matters that are present here. And yeah, we ended with them finishing a quaint slash tense dinner arrangement. They were given a place to stay so that they could rest as they were very, very tired. During the duration of the resting period, I believe Orlantis set off to bathe. I believe that Losei spoke to her father in conversation, presuming that Astrogoth just kind of milled about and taking in the place. And Castia kind of settled to getting to sleep. And last but not least, Glint, after the tenseness of the dining arrangement and the desire to get back on track as to what he feels is what is necessary, has returned to the portal to make his way back to Cardend, and then from there to Hawkroost to hopefully find James Abbott. So that is where his narrative will end for us here. But we'll move into the folks who are present. You stay long resting. The other thing I will note is after this long rest, if you are an elf, you gain 10 temporary hit points for the next 24 hours.
Ooh.
And if you are not an elf, you gain 5 temporary hit points.
Hey, that's so
Ooh.
That's
good.
racist.
No, it's not so much it's not so much that it's the connection that she has to this place, and
Yeah.
also the reason why you are feeling the same effects is because the Feywild is very much regenerative. It's a place of raw kind of just magic. Of all three.
What if?
Good.
We also need to be shuffled, John.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
the Twitch.
Oh, we got the people.
But what if? What if some of us are courting an elf? Do we get special things?
I will obviously not grant that to be the case.
Damn.
Courtship is pain.
Damn.
Yeah,
damn.
congratulations, Jonah. Now you get 0 temporary HP.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You get negative.
If courtship was farther along, it'd probably negative hit points.
All right. How much damage do I take?
Or have fatigue.
Yeah, there was always the
Yeah.
there was always the joke that monks can deal unarmed strike damage with any part of their body.
Oh, shit.
But she's not a monk. She's not a monk.
Thank God.
I'm not going to tell you what she is, but we'll figure it out, I guess, maybe one time. The
That's
point
a
is,
secret for later.
you've awakened in the morning. You do not have to stay here. There's nothing barring you from just walking out the portal of your own accord. But they also have put forward some things that are of interest to them and might serve you in kind of connections on the opposite side. So the three
We
main
promise to help.
parts were the Blight, which we discussed first, very noticeable on the western side. The Fomorian Raiders to the north, and then a Fenmar, who we mentioned last time, being one of the council members, a Wilden, wished for you to travel south to the southern Great Tree, and he believes that Castia might have it in her the ability to reignite the arcane spark of the tree.
There's also Kernobask to the east.
Yeah, it's not so much quest related.
It's a sea.
Yeah, it's just a big wild.
Maybe he wants to
storm.
go swimming.
Beach
True.
episode.
And see, I guess, but
So, um, is there a time limit on each of these? Like, did
No.
did Fenmar tell us like he wants the tree, you know,
no.
lit
So
up?
elves don't really deal with time limits.
Okay.
It's not obviously the blight situation started when Lose left. She's been gone for hundreds of years.
Like
That's fair.
240.
They just don't care. Like if it's not directly
Gotcha.
affecting them, like they've
Okay.
definitely worked towards trying to solve it, as I mentioned in the blight segment, but they haven't.
Mhm.
They haven't found a way to deal with the blight. And
Gotcha.
they also tried to reconnect, but they haven't found a way to do that either. And
Okay.
as you know it, Pyria, which would be Lose's younger sister, has been attempting to find knowledge in the Samurais Academy, which she's connecting with.
And she's at the south or the southern Great Tree, right?
No, she's at an academy.
She's at
Oh, she's
Samurais
at the
Academy, yeah, which is far from here.
And that's in the material plane.
No, it is in the Feywild, but also in the material
Ooh.
plane. It's what's known as a ley line.
Oh shit. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so we can't get any answers from her.
Castia would
Go ahead.
probably advocate for the tree because she probably would like Fenmar not to want to murder her anymore.
Because that's fair.
Fair.
I wanted to find out, did we find out all the information that we could? I don't think we did, but like I want to see if like we can talk to people and find out information on, you know, all three subjects.
Okay. So, as far as people, there are just random people kind of wandering about. No one of note that would be someone you know or are kind of connected to.
Yeah.
Talindra would probably be able to, be contacted for further inquiry. Fenmar seems to be still within the tree from what you can gather. That would be the great tree present here in Einkarad.
Mhm.
You do not know where Billiam is, but you can seek him out. And you have yet to meet the other three, they do have icons in your thing, but you have yet to meet them.
Okay.
But we could potentially seek them out if we so choose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like maybe we could try to like get a meeting with the council, all of us, and then, you know, ask them if there's any more information they could give us on the blight, the southern tree, and the Fomorian reeds.
Yeah. But to be completely honest, I forgot the name that I assigned to the husband of Pyria, the advisor, and my
I wrote
notes
it down.
seem to have been limited. Yeah, please, I need that guy's name.
Husbandro.
Husbandro.
That was it.
That's
That's
exactly
very
it.
elvish.
Amarith?
Yeah.
Oh, right, Amarith. This guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's cool.
He also wizardy. Yeah,
Wizard.
so he is definitely available to you. He's not too far removed from you. He's probably just up here, like trancing, like over here on the side. Not too far from your location. So if you'd like to ask him what he can try and do to aid you in your endeavors when it comes to seeking audience with people present, that's fine.
Okay. You know, yeah. Let's talk to Amarith and see if he can get the council to talk to us about stuff.
Okay. So he would see you approaching him, and he would say, "Ho ho!" No, approaching me. He would say, "Oh,
You.
hello. Can I assist you with something? As I understood it, from what Talindra had said, you were going to be heading off to the Southern Great Tree this fine day."
Yes. But I was wondering if we could all have a little more information.
I can try and answer any questions that you might have.
Does the council know Um, it is a weird ask, but do you think they would know or reasonably give information about the Fomorian raids and the Blight as well as the Southern Three?
So I could give you the information that I'm aware of. They pretty much gave you what is known. Um,
Hmm.
Yesterday, the Fomorians have knocked out a number of settlements to the north. There's a large grouping of space in between great trees, as you will find out today. Um, and that's the case with us and the northern great tree, which, to our understanding, is still at its full strength. In fact, I believe that is where one of the council members has been maintaining a position to ensure that the tree's health is maintained. Jenthin is the steward of the northern great tree for this time.
Can you spell that?
JENTHIN.
GH. Okay.
But the Fomorians aren't assaulting the tree. They're more or less just pillaging the settlements in between here and that tree. As you'll see, Einkrad isn't so much like a human town. We don't really have a barrier, just kind of settlements and placements wherever one wants to stop and rest. That's where
What? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, what happened to incur the Fomorian wrath? Why are they pillaging here?
The Fomorians. That's what they do.
They just pillage and kill for no reason.
Dryads are creatures that protect the forest. Naiads are creatures that protect the rivers.
What are bugbears then?
Bears that
Very
bite.
cool.
There's that bullet.
Vampires?
I don't know how it works outside of the Feywild, but typically in the Feywild, creatures have an identity they're born with. They are created. Fey creatures are created by the Feywild to be a particular way. Elves have this in us, but we have what is known as the spark of mortality. And it was something we learned to understand more greatly during our time in the material plane, fighting alongside the Aetans. So, Fey creatures, even Fomorians, are built with purpose. They do what they do, be it contrary to what we would like and to the balance that we uphold. It is what they are. And our purpose, the elves, in most regards, is to defend the forest, defend the people in the forest, defend the people in these settlements as well. And so we have engaged with them, looking to Lose kind of as a reminder that your mom passed fighting Fomorians. And that is what we do. And they pop up every so often, crumbling up out of the foul dark. It's just something that happens.
Okay, is there a way to send them back to the foul dark?
They are a cowardly lot. If you were to show great strength in their face and they felt like they were not able to overcome you, it may be the case that they retreat. But more often than not, they are too stupid to understand when they are bested, and final matters must be put into place to stop their raids.
Okay. And the blight. This happened, from what I'm aware, when Lose left the Feywild.
Soon thereafter. I don't think the events of her leaving and the blight starting are connected. Fortuitous for her, I suppose. Well, perhaps not. It just depends on her outlook on her time in the material. But we have maintained it. The placing of it is very, very close to us. It does creep just at our western side. I believe your home is deep underneath parts of its vining. But the roots and vines that are close to us are mostly dead. You will see that they have growths, mushroom-like growths. These are the efforts of one of the other council members, Eloise, who ensures that the blight is conquered, defeated, so that it cannot overtake the entirety of our settlement here.
Just for me, out of character, Jonathan and Eloise, which ones are their thrones? Because I just have, like, the list.
Oh, sure. So the one that let's just make sure we know who's who so far. The swirly symbol is Talindra. I'm
Yep.
gonna go ahead and snap ping them.
2 and 3, I know.
Right. And then this one was
Ethenmar.
Ethenmar. And
Yep.
then this one with the pipes, or was it? That was Billiam, right?
I did not get that one, but
Okay.
cool.
So yeah, the pipes
do
is
now.
Billiam, which is making sure you had that as well. And then what would be explained to you by Amarith here is the one on the far left side that looks like it's covered in mushrooms is Eloise's throne. The one that looks like it has a trident like on it is Jenthin's. And he would explain that Jenthin is a fawn that was actually trained by merfolk.
Ooh.
And so he is a druid, but he's a druid who has powers connected to ocean powers. And then the last throne would be Eris's. Eris Omnisma, who is a member of the royal family of Omnisma, which is, I believe, Autumn. Bear with me here while I check my own lore, because sometimes me forget. I don't remember how things work. Da-da.
What did Wright?
What did I
Passed.
write down one time? Nope. Spring. Yeah, so it is spring. House Omnisma is a subsect of the middle month. Or sorry, the first month of spring.
Okay.
My brain did dumbs. 3 dumbs. Okay. I gotta double check that. Oh, I'm sorry, it's gonna bug me for the rest of the night if I don't real quick. Hold on. Sorry. Going into the deep notes. Don't tell me about the deep notes. I was there when they were written. No,
Allegedly.
I was writing them. Final symbols. Yep. And yep. Bear with me, sorry folks. I must know. Okay, yeah. Omnisma is under the zodiac of Adar, the first month of spring,
Okay.
the third month of the year. Cool. But yeah, that's who we have. And then, so any other questions that you'd be asking Amarith regarding this? or regarding anything? Jonah?
He had to step away for a second. He
Right.
said in real time. Castia would probably cautiously pipe up with, did he say anything about how I'm supposed to fix the tree?
No, he did not. It's very much the opinion of Talindra that you won't be able to, but Fenmar seems... I'll be honest, from the conversation we had regarding the matter, I'm of the opinion that he might mean you harm by this. But I believe that if you have these folks, especially Lose, accompanying you, you should be fine, well protected.
If she gets hurt while we're out there, I'm gonna fight him myself.
That's absolutely your right.
And I know that he'll lose, because I fought him before. Probably just in like a
Fenmar's not a fighter.
duel. Well, she'll fucking fight him still.
I mean,
She'll fucking
said
fight
it, so
anyone.
you said it, so it's in canon. So the reason why he's no longer a fighter, Amaranth would say he's not a fighter, and you're like,
Yeah.
I know.
Not anymore.
That's fair. Because there's the aspect of the warrior that they can shift into. I guess is the word I wanted to use. Swap.
I'm back. Sorry about
he's,
that.
he's like,
It's like, no more.
not for me.
Go ahead.
I'm good.
I'd live in this tree forever.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any other questions, Jonah?
Did he tell us about the blight just now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like what is known? Like there isn't
Yeah.
anything that's known how to
There's
stop
not
it, but it's
much.
being held at bay by Eloise, one of the council members.
Okay. And from what the council told us, we know that it kind of like kills plant life. Does it also do the same to, elves or...
Blight's different than that. So let's discuss magic in a sense, so we can understand like the nature of what's happening here.
Mhm.
The Feywild, in essence, is a shadow of the material plane. It is a direct connected kind of just shadow of what was, what is, what could be. Okay? That follows
Mhm.
after and is held by the near ethereal to the material. In this space is where magic stems from. So when a mage or a warlock, anything, if they're using dark winds, it is being pulled from the Feywild. If someone uses primal magic, like druidic or ranger magic, they're pulling it from the earth, but when they pull it from the earth, what's happening is that's the residual magic that was left when the ethereal was what is. Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah.
So temporally, there's no difference. It's not like the Feywild is the past. Some parts of it do look like they're kind of the past, but some have basically blossomed into their own things. It's
Okay.
an echo, but at the same time, it is a very different thing.
Yeah.
That said, the entirety of the Feywild is made out of dark winds, the arcane magic, that kind of magical echo. Blight is what happens when the shadow dark or the foul dark creeps up and out and imbues that magic with shadow, with death. So you can die, and I can die, and everybody can die. But did you know that magic too can die and become undead? And when that happens, it becomes shadow magic.
Does it also become the foul deep?
So the foul deep is just a space in the material plane that is beneath the surface. And so the shadow, or sorry, the foul dark here is just the space beneath the Feywild. But the problem is that because there's no physical material thing that you're kind of going underneath, there are planar connections, ley lines that are more deeply seated that actually connect the Feywild, which is in essence a shadow, to the shadow plane, to the plane of shadow itself. So the farther you go down physically, the closer you get to death, like the plane of death.
Goddamn. Okay.
And that's where that stems from. Blight is
Don't-
basically just death creeping into the Feywild.
Don't go downwards in the Feywild. Bad place.
Don't walk downhill.
Okay.
No, kidding.
So we will always stay at this altitude forever. Okay. Ah, shit.
Scaring him,
Okay.
John. Scaring him.
I said some
So-
motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
With no shoes, uphill both ways.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm gonna ask about the southern great tree.
So we had some conversation while you were gone. So I will
Okay.
I'll catch you up on that real quick. So what happened was Castia they inquired about her and like Fenmar's plan, and Amarith basically said he incited, he felt that Fenmar's plan wasn't so much that Cassia would be able to stop it, but like perhaps something would happen to her there, and it obviously kind of warranted that he wasn't terribly concerned about her well-being.
And
in
then Lose said that she would fight him if anything happens to Castia there.
Yeah, and then we learned,
She
I
would,
know.
she would beat his ass again.
which we learned the historical
Again.
context.
Send him back to retirement again.
Apparently,
Again.
back in the olden times, Fenmar was keen on the aspect of the predator, and unfortunately, he was beaten out of that mentality early on in his very, very long life.
Lose
Good
said
shit,
no.
Lose. Good shit.
Just because I had to talk smack. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm okay with it. I like when the there's depth created in story. Okay, so any other questions, Jonah? After all that's been said,
Did he tell us? Did the southern great tree lose its power at the same time the blight happened, or did it just randomly happen?
so it was sequential, but not certain whether or not these two things are connected, because what
Okay.
happened in actuality, the sequence of events was the blight crept in from the west.
Mhm.
The southwest more specifically. It engaged the southern great tree, but it did not overcome the southern great tree. Then the blight moved away from the southern great tree, and at that time is when the southern great tree's power died. And then the blight stemmed more northbound, and it's been creeping west of what we will call center Einkarad for some time. That makes sense?
I think I'm putting it together.
Okay.
The dots, they are connecting.
So there's nothing that's binding you to go to the southern great tree. That would be something if you wanted to do, you could do. Fenmar apparently wants that to happen.
Mm.
Oh.
But we
and-
don't want to risk Castia in the
Right.
process.
I understand.
She still would kind of like to go because if it has some information or causes some more information as to memories, that would be a big priority for her.
That's also true. I kind of want to ask Fenmar, not a Fenmar, Amarith, if he can get word to Pyria. If he can, like, try to, get her here. Like we-
Unfortunately, magical communication is forbidden when an individual
Yeah.
is inside of Savarai's academy. She could contact me, but unfortunately, my efforts to try and contact or see her will be barred magically.
Mm,
She is due back in a couple of days, though, so depending on what she wished to do in regards, she should be back soon enough.
Well, there's plenty to do around here. Got
Mm.
yourself in a state of things.
I mean, I could have a messenger, try and reach her, but I think she'll be back before that messenger would make it to her.
No, if she is going to be back anyway, I think We should let it play out in due time.
Only a couple of days. Very short.
So do you all feel it would be prudent to go to the southern tree now?
Well, as long as Castia's keen on it, that's fine with me.
I have no problems as well.
Okay.
So if you are telling Amaranth that's your goal, he will lead you to the eastern side of the settlement. Back to
I
kind of where.
also
Go ahead.
have to do that river thing with the letter that Talindra gave me.
Oh.
Yeah, you're telling
Was
her
that
that you're
for-
leaving. Okay, good call.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, she will approach soon after and look to you.
Like how soon after?
Like maybe a few minutes.
Okay.
And she and Amaranth will basically both kind of ask you if you're ready and if you're prepared. If you have anything that you wish to leave behind, they're not going to steal it from you.
We got all our stuff, right? From those pots?
Yeah, you can certainly
Should've.
take all your stuff with you. But she's also saying that if you want to leave some stuff behind in this small little like settlement, this is usually a place that like mortal guests, or rather human or material plane guests, will rest in. It's not really something that they use, but for like the tools and such that are inside this space.
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I will give Talindra the bottle of the green substance, or that alcohol that we found in the place. The scary place with the vampires. And I'll say, we can drink this when I come back.
She says, "Oh, Aldebaran whiskey. Interesting. Very good. I will enjoy that." And she and company, Amaranth, will lead you to the other side. Basically, kind of the same place that you started at, where the portal's located, which is kind of where the tokens are remnanting. But you actually don't go that way. You go this way and are led over to this elvish boat space. Amaranth walks onto the boat while Talindra kind of like, holds you at the dock. It looks like whatever Amaranth is doing seems to be arcane in nature. Astrogoth, you recognize the spell Prestidigitation cast a few times into the wood as if signals were being kind of implanted into the wood through arcane marks. Some sort of activation for the boat itself, which is obviously very magical. Go ahead and give me a intelligence check. Yep.
Damn, son.
Even though you do not have the spell Prestidigitation, unless you do you?
I'm pretty sure I do. Let me check.
Okay, well, if you do, awesome. But if not,
Yeah, I have it.
okay, well, even better. Even if you didn't have it, you'd still be able to replicate the arcane marks that were pressed onto the pieces of wood, and you understand that him applying them is basically sequencing the boat going one direction, and you understand that if you were to put them in basically reverse order, it would send the boat back where it came from.
Guys, I can speak boat!
I know boat. Talindra would say, "This boat will take you to where you need to go. You should be untouched for the time that you travel. But I do know that it will be what some of you might consider a long duration, and I apologize for that. I do hope you enjoy the scenery, but it will be quite a while before you make it to the southern Great Tree. If there's anything that you wish for me to do for you while you are gone, anything you'd like for me to make ready, I certainly can."
I have an odd request, if possible.
You were quiet and kindly, and your songs were great all last evening, so anything that you would like.
I have a craving for pickled octopus tentacle. I know it's weird, and you may not have ready access to it, but I figured I'd put the request out there.
Most folks in Ankara do not eat meat gained from creatures other than plant creatures. Um, but I believe that Billiam and Eloise both partake of flesh. If it is your interest, I can ask if either of them has pickled octopus or a means of acquiring it.
Thank you, and I bow with a swoop of my cape or whatever,
Very,
the fanciful bow.
very awesome. And yeah, you would have noted from last night, like the dinner party, like it was like portobello, like steaks, and like yeah, it was basically just a vegan.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was like, yeah, I kind of want to request something that's not that.
Give me meat.
Yeah, it does seem
I'm
like
a bugbear.
most parties here are lame. So anyways, you get on the vote,
Wow.
and the
I mean, we all knew that they were vegetarians because they told us.
yeah,
Yeah.
they the boat would basically seems to be perfectly still, like you're walking onto another segment of the pier. It doesn't shift or alter in the water, even though the water does seem to be moving with a decent amount of speed coming from the different waterfall points above. And then the boat starts to move, and again, it
I
does.
wanted
Go ahead.
I wanted to ask Amaranth if he could keep a close eye on the Fomorian movements, and then when we get back, tell us, what they did and what happened.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Clever magician.
I just read the chat. Zach's like, you're stuck in a vegan commune too. They just keep popping up, I guess.
Oh no.
Well, they're hanging out with an elf
Yeah.
group that's inside of a goblin town. But yeah,
Flap flap.
yeah, they can grow plants. They can't grow creatures anyway. So the boat will move. And
I mean,
the boat itself,
We did it.
like I was saying, does not have there's no turbulence. Like the water's moving quickly, but the boat seems to kind of maintain its elevation over the surface perfectly. Like there's no bob or shift. It's just kind of gliding across the water as if like it were flying, but it also is touching the water. If that makes sense.
magical boat.
It's a magical boat. The scenery is pleasant. It is quite nice, gorgeous. You see some creatures moving throughout the woods. There is a moment where Lose kind of gets a little bit disturbed because she sees a couple of red caps, which are a type of fey creature that are a bit murderous, but it looks like they are just kind of sitting quaintly at what looks like a mushroom glen, like just kind of off the way from where they're at.
But throughout this entire ride, Orlandis is going to keep his shield up because he has no idea about this land
Yeah.
and what creatures may lie.
Well, especially if you see Lose get tense around them. Red caps are pretty deadly creatures.
Yeah, they're brutal.
Yeah,
Should have
they
seen
got
them beat up Sunday.
a hell of a shin kick. But they don't attack you. They seem to be kind of like passively just kind of sitting about, like almost like with stupid, happy-looking smiles on their faces.
Cute.
And does anybody
Good
have
for
nature
them.
trained?
Nature?
Yeah.
No.
Damn.
I
No.
do not.
Okay.
You know what I should have did? Fuck.
Okay.
I didn't mention it, but I was hoping that throughout this process, Orlandis would use cartographer tools and whatnot
Map
to
it
make a
out.
map. Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And when you finally get to where you're going, it feels like to everyone but Lose, like 3 or 4 hours have passed. It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
But for Lose, it just feels not too bad at all. It's kind of like easy enough. The boat,
Couple of minutes.
yeah, just normal time. The boats have. Why is this not loading?
One sec.
What? Let's try that again.
The Great White Void.
What is happening?
Spooky shit.
Okay, roll 20. We're gonna fight.
No.
Mortal Kombat.
Gimmick.
It's okay.
Finish him.
You missed John challenging roll 20 to a duel.
Oh, fuck it. Fuck it up, John.
Let me just bust out my
My money's on John.
Stack up them danger dice.
Hell yeah.
That's the way you do it. To the map layer,
Playing against guitar on the MTV.
and then map layer,
On the MTVs.
and then yes.
Jonah, have you at any point noticed the have you ever seen a music video on MTV, Jonah?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm from New York. That was the shit growing up.
Oh, but
It was our
Okay.
I
thing.
didn't know if that was after your time
I think we got it.
or
So
before your time.
I'm not actually 12.
I know
okay,
you're not
I
actually
just-
12, but there haven't been music videos on MTV for a good while.
That's true. That's true.
the boat will continue downstream until it gets to a point where the effectively the small river that you're on opens up to a much more massive lake. You would see that the lake continues like quite a far distance to the south and quite a far distance, in all kind of directions, with the exception of the west. It seems to be kind of the shore is close to on the western side, and on the northern side that you're kind of coming out of. You would see the great tree. It's very hard to miss. Very massive, gargantuan tree, kind of just standing out. Now that you kind of breached out of the forest, you can kind of see that one of these trees is not like the other, and it kind of stands against the kind of like aquamarine kind of green sky of the Feywild. You would also see that it's kind of surrounded by pink trees, not too dissimilar from the trees that you saw at the center point of Einkarad. And you would see that it has a small dock system that's kind of been built at the foot or the base of the tree. And that appears to be where your boat is going. The boats in question here look like they aren't as magically inclined, a bit more mundane. But there are people present. I'm going to go ahead and try and do this one more time and see if this works. Okay, great. Kind of loading.
Hey.
And so your boat would land here.
That's beautiful.
And you would note that the people that are present here are primarily elves, and they are primarily taking on the tasks that you would associate with fishing. And as you're kind of coming off of the boat, no one comes to greet you or anything, but you kind of walk, onto the pier. You can see, like, not too far from you, there's a line for tying a boat off. Yours doesn't get tied off. But there's also, like, a kind of hanging rack with fish that seem to be kind of, like, slowly flopping, but, like, are kind of hanging, like they were kind of hooked onto, like, lines and held out to kind of, die and dry out a bit. And you're walking past that. And it looks like there is a path that leads up to the tree, but there's also people who are just kind of going about their business. Again, they don't really stop to do anything with you. They don't talk to you at all, but they do acknowledge you with like a look and a glance. But it seems that because of the way you rode in, they're not going to like accost you.
I'm going to stop the first like worker I see or whatever. I'm gonna in
Alright.
Elvish I'm gonna ask him.
Can I
Hello,
help you? Yeah.
I am a human that just arrived here from Einkarad.
Yeah,
could
got
you-
eyes. It's fine. I can see you a minute.
Yes. Could you tell us?
Trying to get Irish and it's not working.
That's all right. Could
No,
you...
I just asked. I asked, "Is the Feywild?" Oh wow, is the Feywild Australia?
I always
Because if that's the
No, no.
case,
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
even more terrified.
I want all my drow to be Australian because they're from down under.
It's gonna be drop bears. It's gonna be dangerous
Right.
out here.
How
They're
dare
from
you.
the
That's
down under,
hilarious.
It's not my joke, but yeah, it's a
Could
good one.
Still funny.
Let me try and do Irish.
Okay.
Not Scottish. Irish.
It helps.
Scottish light
um,
is
I'm
Irish.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, the-
Irish.
The Irish,
That's all
instead
I'm
of
saying
saying
anymore.
I,
I'm Irish.
I'm Irish.
if it helps with the Irish, if you
Uh-huh.
instead of saying I, you say oi.
Irish.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Irish. Look at the Irish. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'm Irish now. I'll probably
You
throw
got
that
it.
in a second. But yeah, that's what he sounds like. He sounds like the
That's
accent that
awful.
he has is very similar in kind to Lose's.
Okay.
I'm going for more of a Scottish accent.
Yeah, Scottish Irish. He said they were the same.
They're not the same.
No, they're not. They're
Fine,
not.
he's Scottish. He's going for
Irish.
Scottish.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry. That's the one. What I'm trying to say is they're from the same kind of cast that you'd predict
Yes.
to be kind of. I'm not gonna say,
Okay.
it, but yeah, you get what I mean.
Okay.
Wow. That's fucking rude to all
You-
of my ancestors.
You're
John.
poor. Your sister did well.
Because
she
she
broke into the
code switched.
nobility.
She code switched.
Yeah, she code switched like crazy. She jumped in there. She said, "All right, well, posh it is." But yeah,
You think you're posh there, eh?
you would say, "I'm a human from," and he would say, "I can see that." And what were you gonna say to
Yeah.
him after that?
Could you show us? Are there any leaders here?
No, not really.
Military.
No. We're a small fishing community. Not many people have been around these parts because the tree don't work.
Do you mind if we go up to that tree?
You were sent here by the council, weren't you? By your boat.
Yes.
You can do whatever you want.
There would be no hostility if we go.
Kind of like
We're here to fix it,
he kind of like
Orlandis.
holds like the fish he's holding and kind of like, I mean, if you want it, and kind of hits you with the fish on the chest. Does that make you feel better about it?
I don't think he was asking for hostility.
No.
Oh,
I-
sorry.
Lose's cracking up.
It,
He says, "I'm sorry." It just the way he said it, it sounded like he was really sad about it. I don't know.
Castius
No,
just
no.
looking around very confused as seemingly
is-
somebody just hit Orlandis with a
He's-
fish for no reason since she doesn't understand any of this again.
I am sorry.
Okay.
I thought there would be going up to the tree because we are strangers in, your land, but I'm just going to the tree.
You do know
thank
the
you.
boat you came in on, right? I mean, you know who owns that?
I'm assuming the council.
Yeah. If they're willing to lend you your boat, you didn't steal it, did you?
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we stole that.
I mean, she seems fine enough, and you're with her, so probably here on
Okay.
council business. Probably trying to reunite the tree, and it's probably not going to work.
Okay.
See?
Optimist.
Could you tell us, were you here when the light went off?
Yeah.
What happened? How did it go off? Did
Well,
it
the
just
blight was
go
coming
off?
in from the west there, and we reached out to the council, and they sent out a couple of their Twilight Knights, and I forget the name of the lady. She's no longer a council member, but they came out to check on it, and they went up into the tree, as you do, and when they came back out, they said that they had prepared it for the blight so that no one would be able to, or the blight wouldn't be able to consume the tree or whatever. And then the tree didn't work. And that was the last time we did any trade with the folks at Card End, which I'm assuming that's where you're from.
Yes. Well, yes.
Yeah, so we used to do some trade back in the olden days with them, and it was pretty good trade too. So we'd trade them our fish, and we'd trade them our magic stones, and they would trade us, their beasts of burden and their beasts of food. And
We are working on that, trying to bring trade back.
great. It's been a really long time since I've had beef, and I'm quite fond of it. and I'd like to,
You and me both.
I have rations. Are those dried bits of beef?
Yeah, it's jerky.
Yeah, so I'll just pull out a ration and I'll just be like, I can give you these.
Immediately takes it and he's like, oh, it's just like I remembered. Oh, it's so good. Great, yeah. If you need any help at all or anything, we've got magic stones if you want to take some of them with you. I mean, they might be helpful.
What?
No matter
What-
what, though, even if some crazy adventurer types tell you it's a great plan to shove a bunch of them into a dog and then throw them at an army, don't do that. I don't know why my accent went weird,
Wait,
but don't
wait a minute.
do
That
it.
sounds like
Why?
that sounds like a story that I need to hear.
Yes.
And I want to like pull out like a piece of parchment with a quill. Obviously, I know we don't have the time,
It's this group
but
of wild adventurers. They they got to thinking that our dogs, our blink dogs, would be beneficial to them in fighting against some red caps they push back. This is like hundreds of years ago. The story my father told me, and yeah, they thought that would be a great idea to have blink dogs filled with the thunderstones that we have, and
Okay.
that would work.
needs a little bit of embellishment. But I appreciate the story. Thank you.
Feel free to as you like. That's all that really happened. So you can. I'm assuming you're a scald.
What?
Something like that. Sure.
Lose, you would know that like the Elvish word for what Astrogoth is scald. It's bard, but different. So scalds aren't just for like entertainment. They're actually historians, which bards are too. The colleges are kind of prominent, but scalds are more so like a tradition of storytelling in Elvish culture than
Hmm.
bards are in human and other cultures.
So would that be a lore bard?
Yeah, scalds are typically lore bards
Okay.
or
That's
valor
cool.
bards.
Jokes on them. I'm not even a bard.
By the way, you're dressed and the fact that you have instruments, he assumes you are one. So
Oh yeah. No. That's totally what I'm going for. I'm just saying.
he says I sound like
Racist
Trevor
and classist.
Well, thank you.
That's great. I appreciate that, Zach. That's really good. I'll try and go for Timmy next. Baked beans. So you
If
have-
we're done
We
with the
gotta find someone else.
conversation, yeah,
you have
we're gonna.
his approval. He loves the beef. Sorry, I just want to make sure you know that.
Yeah.
He'll help you with whatever you need.
He'll die
Sell
for
us
you now.
fish later.
I honestly, I would just ask him to gather up some magic stones,
Okay.
and then we'll come back when we're done with the tree.
Yep.
And a dog.
What? What did he say?
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry.
Oh, is this speaking common?
He said
it was in common. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Joda said he started in Elvish. That's why I
Yeah.
assumed it was.
Sorry, he would have spoken common.
Okay. Because I didn't know if they
Otherwise.
knew English. I thought they only.
Wow, that's racist as fuck.
Yeah.
So he would again.
They're elves in the Feywild. Okay.
Cultural etiquette dictates that if you're talking to people and you're an elf, you don't talk in Elvish if you perceive people not understanding. So the second Cassia probably did
Gotcha.
like a. He probably went and switched
Got you. Okay.
because it's rude.
That's fair. Okay. So yeah, we go to the tree. If
In Elvish
know.
culture, it's rude. Sorry, more specific.
Yeah.
Like in other cultures, it's rude not to maintain your speech. But yeah. Anyways.
yeah, we go to the tree. I thank him. Tell him to gather up as many magic stones as he can, and then yeah, we go to the tree.
Okay. If you're going
Just
straight
gonna
into it,
move.
we'll go ahead and move it to the next map. I'm going to snap us into that one.
To the tree.
And
It's not loaded.
I'm having a fun time with you. I'm gonna check these other maps just to make sure. Okay, wow.
Wow.
What happened?
1 out of 4. 1 out
Is
of
it
4
just-
ain't bad.
Money is beefing.
Yeah, word.
Okay, we're gonna move you back to the other one. And it's still there, okay, cool. And then I'm gonna take a second.
Are we all blinded?
Blinded by the light.
By the light.
So
Wait,
then-
that would mean that the tree's reinvigorated, though, right?
I don't know, maybe.
Ooh,
fixed
it's
it
back
already.
on. We
They
can
did
leave.
fix it,
Yeah, did they
So-
try turning it off and on again?
right? We're the IT crew.
Eye tree.
IT crew.
While
I
while
agree.
we're traveling, Orlandis is gonna talk to Castia. Castia, do you have any idea on how to fix the tree?
No, but I figured the last time I got close to that tree in the mansion, something weird happened. So maybe if I just get close to this one.
Do you think it would create a link between whatever you saw and here?
Certainly hope not.
I barely know how we got here. I don't know.
Okay. Hey, yo, look at this tree.
In the center of the tree, as you enter in, you will note that it looks like you are not at the actual heart of the tree. In fact, it looks like you're at one segment of what would be considered the core of the tree. This space is massive. It looks like it goes up for like at least 150 feet, if not a little bit more than that. You would see that there are very well established pathways that go up into the kind of tops of the trees. And it looks like there are three primary kind of points where it looks like there are points of exit into the tree's higher domain. There is the one directly above you towards the back. It looks like it goes out into some of the branches that overlook the lake. Looks like there is a sealed door on a very strange looking balcony up about 100 feet or so. And it looks like there is another pathway that leads out to branches that are probably more connected to the core of the tree, which, looking at it, this position here seems to be like the center of the tree, and this alcove inside is, like I said, it looks like a part of the tree that was shorn away, and you're basically inside of the bark structure, but the bark on the north side of this base seems like it is connected to a living tree. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. There is gold patterning and kind of elvish styling on the ground, which Lose, you recognize this space, you've been here before. So just so you know contextually, the sealed door on the top side is where the portal keepers would maintain their kind of home and abode. So it's sealed now and is probably sealed for good. The portal itself is towards the core of the tree, so that would be this pathway at the highest point up at the top.
This one, right?
No, this one.
Oh, okay.
And you would know that the branches are mostly like an overlook position for people who are keeping an eye on the southern shore of the lake from here. Again, you weren't familiar with the politics of the southern tree because you lived in the center, but your presumption is that they were ever watchful of their boundaries as well, just like Ankrad was, or Ankrad Center was.
So here, by like the red, blue, and that golden pattern up top, those are doorways?
No, the red and blue are just landings.
Okay.
Yeah, the landing that looks like it's made out of stone, but it's just like carved wood. The
Yeah,
one
this one?
there. That is where the people who keep the portal would stay. It's
Oh.
currently sealed. The
Okay.
portal is further up and out.
Up here. Okay.
Yep, and
Oh,
then
gotcha.
the
There's
southern,
a way over here.
yeah, you kind of walk around the outside. Sure,
Okay.
it would lead to the exterior southern side of the tree, which is mostly just branches that overlook the lake
Mhm.
and look out towards the southern side of the lake.
So we would have to go up here to get to the center, but it's sealed off.
Go up there. This is where the people who kept the portal lived, and then walk up the steps to go to the portal.
Okay.
The pathway is clear. Like it's available.
Okay, just right here where they lived. Okay, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha, gotcha. Okay.
The core of the tree looks like it has carvings on it. So too does the bark that you're kind of standing in.
Mhm.
You would see that it looks like there is this strange kind of patterning all throughout, which Lose, you would know it's not Elvish. It's older than Elvish. It's Sylvan, and it's
Mhm.
very much stylistically drawn to represent the formation of the tree that you're looking at. So similarly, inside of the great tree of the center town, it has its own kind of nature inside, and what you
So,
would know as an Arcanist, Astrogoth, is that you are in the Feywild, but this tree in itself is also a part of its own domain. So it is like a pocket dimension.
Okay, I was literally just about to say that.
But it's like a pocket dimension with windows. So like there's no border between this dimension and the Feywild. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It is. It's like being in a bubble that has.
It's
no
the type
bubble.
of thing that you see where I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but like you go into a building, but the building's bigger on the inside than
Yes.
it looks like on the outside, essentially. But you can just cross from one to the other.
Very much so. Yes.
you mean the TARDIS?
It's like a TARDIS. No. Okay, so Cassia, walking into this space, there's a familiarity for you that's just kind of strange. And as you kind of walk into that center portion onto the tree, there's this just faint, for you, not for anyone else, this faint glow about the art on the tree. It's like these specific symbols are kind of glowing for you. And what you actually see in the glowing, and I'll go ahead and doodle it real quick with bright yellow, but you actually see what appears to be
Uh-oh.
a massive crack.
Oh, shit.
She'll start heading up to, if the crack goes all the way down to this floor level, she'll kind of approach it to look at it a little closer.
And again, just for your vision, no one else is seeing this happening. But it almost
Mhm.
feels like the crack is widening as you get closer,
Oh,
and
shit.
that yellow light that you're seeing is spilling out.
If it starts widening or appearing to widen as she gets closer, she'll take a step back to see if it does anything different.
It doesn't. It kind of maintains its width. It doesn't get worse, I guess is the best way to say it. But yeah, it definitely looks like it is reacting to your presence.
She'll slowly approach then when she realizes that it's not reversing if she backs up, but doesn't want to like get too close and then have it suddenly open into like some gaping maw that devours everybody.
That's perfectly acceptable. Bear with me for a second.
Orlandis is just doodling.
Why is my computer not working good? Today is so lame.
Does Castia need to heal that too?
No, my computer. Yeah, if you could just
Cast Cure Wounds.
Well, no wonder that's what's going on with this. You said the tree is like it had Windows. Your computer's running Windows. That's the problem.
Perfect, accurate, 100%. That's gotta be it. I just have to turn it off and turn it back on again. It's so easy.
That might just be the issue, though.
Yeah, more than fair. So, as you kind of step to it, what you watch happen, and this actually appears for each of you, you watch as parts of the bark around you start to break off in pieces. The pieces start to kind of shape away from the positioning of the actual bark and start to connect and coalesce, kind of start entwining, almost like a basket being formed before you. As that's happening, you watch as the interior of what's being formed starts to glow like the night sky. You see stars appearing inside of this space of each of these different kind of forms that are kind of appearing around you. And I'd say in total there's about 7 of them. The forms start to take a more familiar to you shape. They become like humanoid. And as they take their form, they stand around you in a very kind of strange positioning. Let me get them put onto the board here real quick. Oh, okay, that's not working either. Great, cool. Maybe. Yeah, there you go.
Oh no, we're gonna have to fight in the tree. Oh, okay. That could be good in a way. That's fine.
You're muted, Elizabeth. So whatever terrible horror you're revealing to us,
I'm just wondering why the fuck I decided to go up.
Because
Up
you're
the
exploring.
ramp.
It's okay.
I
So-
assume you're just gonna drop down on them. You're just gonna dive kick them.
So something about these creatures, Castia, is strange. It's familiar. It feels like you've seen this before. And I'm going to post in the general just so you know kind of what they look like. Their flesh and bodies kind of made of bark, kind of like twisted together and kind of splintered apart at its center, kind of glowing like stars in its center.
Maybe it's not so good.
That's pretty neat.
Lose, you get the very familiar tinge that these creatures are Fey. There's just a essence that's distinctly Fey. But everyone who's in the group who's encountered deep undead also gets the tinge that these creatures are undead as well. They're connected in some way to the Feywild and also the Shadow.
So they're both Fey and undead.
They're mostly Fey.
Ish.
They definitely have undead-like qualities. When they
Okay.
step out, they at first do not appear to kind of raise a hand against you or anything to that matter. Castia, the light kind of glowing inside the center still permeates. And it seems like if you try to move forward, that's when they start to turn their attention, having been formed towards you.
So noticing this, does Orlandus notice that she's walking into that wall?
You're walking towards a wall, yeah. For you,
Towards a
the
wall,
glow.
sorry. Okay. And these creatures begin to look towards her.
Correct.
All of them in unison?
Yeah, it's kind of creepy actually.
Okay. So seeing that, Orlandus is gonna step by her, or he's gonna shout out to her, he's gonna be like, Castia, wait! And then he's gonna start walking past these creatures.
Hold on a second. I think my map is being goofy.
Oh,
It is slightly off
Yeah.
grid.
just the teens.
Well, I hate it, and I'm gonna fix it.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt stuck between the grid lines.
Oh,
Oh, did they have the grid off?
oh, it had its own grid.
Spooky.
Wait, yeah, no.
Space and time is starting to bend around us. This is a really fucked up pocket dimension.
Screwed up.
I think their grid's off.
It looks like it might be, yeah.
Oh, that's like my worst nightmare. That's a map.
I don't know why some people insist on putting their own grids on maps like this.
I
That's right
do
here.
a gridded and a gridless option.
I like it.
Yeah, it's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Move it. Yeah, right there. No. Okay, yeah, right there. That the grids are lined up.
It
We
should
did
just
it.
be.
Astrogolf vomits. I don't know what just happened.
It's all vegetable matter.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's lined up now. Oh, oh,
It's like an episode of Star Trek, but the stabilization was actually on.
Hmm.
And
Is
they're all just
that-
going like this.
is
So-
that where you wanted all of them?
I'm gonna shift it a little bit here.
Okay. Calcium, move up a little bit.
I was right here.
Not a lot. A little bit. Jesus.
She got the zoomies.
She got the zoomies, I guess.
The post shit zoomies.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Thought we weren't talking about that, John.
I don't remember that from the boat ride.
okay.
It was 4 hours.
Oh, cool.
Was it?
Well, for
It was
us.
like 15 minutes.
For
It's just a nice little jaunt.
non-elves.
It was like going across town for me.
When Orlandis calls out to Castia and gets closer, she'll finally look around and see the creatures circling around and kind of staring at her and just kind of tentatively ask, hello?
This one steps forward at the same time, so does this one. They both are holding their hands out and moving their hands, raising them up to hold them out towards you. And it's at that moment you realize that this is problematic because on their palms is a very familiar symbol to the group.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I'm going to go ahead
Or-
and have us roll initiative, I think.
Oh, no.
Oh, damn it.
Castia, are you taking my initiative?
I sure am. Don't make me regret it.
Cannot make any promises.
I will also take your initiative.
You can't. You're too far.
No.
No, he would have been in. Just move him up one.
Oh, you okay.
Really
I
one's
definitely cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
she
right,
went
all
upstairs.
right.
That's different.
Yeah.
Okay, neat. 22.
Hold on a second here. Add to game.
Dang.
All right. Several things happen.
Yeah, give it to us.
Okay. So Battlefront Shift happens. Analyze happens. And something else happens, I think. Oh yeah, something from my cask of tactics. Getting in combat, you can elect to swap your initiative with the initiative of a single ally. But since Lose is over there,
I don't need to swap either.
okay.
He's fine.
Okay.
Alright.
So,
So yeah,
you choose
Battlefront Shift and Analyze.
your Battlefront shifting Lose? Or
Mm,
you
No, I don't think she's. Yeah. I want to Battlefront Shift Castia to get away from that guy.
You can move up to your speed, Cassia. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to if you are comfortable there.
Okay.
Hey, okay, cool.
Turtle behind the shield.
That's
man.
right.
So
Yep.
Cassia and
Uh,
Astragoth are behind you. Which one, or which order do you want them in?
I'll do Astrogoth first, then Castia.
Okay.
And then Analyze.
Yeah. 2 choices.
Let's go with current hit points and armor class.
What is your max hit points?
65.
Okay, less than you.
Okay, and then armor class is 21.
Less than you.
Neat. Okay, cool.
All right.
So I'm just gonna state out that they're weaker than us.
But there are more of them. Okay.
That is true.
So Orlandis, you are first.
Okay. Let me see how far. So that's within 50 feet. I'm going to. Wait, hold on. Is she within 50 feet? Is she within 50
Yeah.
feet of me? Okay.
I'm also up though.
Yeah, you're only
Yeah.
up like 20, so it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So then, yeah, I'm going to use Knight's move on Lose.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if she gets close enough,
She will.
I'll use
She can drive
Direct
down
the
the stairs.
Strike. Okay. And
she
oh
will
no,
be
that's
within
within
25.
25. Yeah, shit. Damn. Okay. So then, yeah, Orlandis will just go to attack.
Okay.
I'm going to attack this one.
All right.
But you do want me to move, right?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay, great. I'm just gonna go down.
Start beating
Fight
shit
these
up.
guys.
25 to hit.
Hits.
Takes 9 piercing damage
All right.
from my elvish spear.
Okay.
It doesn't make a difference, but it's just made by us.
In response, you'll watch as this one shifts 10 feet. This one
Yep.
shifts 10 feet. This one also moves 10 feet. This one moves 10 feet. This one moves 10 feet.
That
and this
bitch.
one moves 10 feet. The best way to describe the movement that they kind of possess here is if you're familiar with like those witchy movies where it's like all like
Yeah.
stuttering and kind of like weird.
Oh,
They,
I hate that.
they
I was
do
thinking
that.
of like the Silent Hill nurses,
Yes.
sort of.
Oh, that's even
yeah.
worse.
But it's more glitchy. Like it's
Yeah.
definitely they definitely have postures once they start moving that's similar to that. And Astrogoth, you actually would kind of notice that during their movement, it seems like there's interjections of like different poses in the motion. So they are jittery, but it seems like they are like disappearing for like a blink of an eye, and then appearing in a different posture, and then reappearing in like another posture. It's very
Like really bad stop motion.
like terrible stop motion, like the worst stop motion.
Mm.
Yeah.
Does that one provoke an opportunity attack from me?
They
since
do
it's
not
next
provoke
to me?
opportunity attack for corpse stride.
Dang!
Ooh,
Ah!
that's gonna be dangerous. Okay,
Fight these. Well, I am fighting them.
that's my
but-
turn. Sorry.
All right, Orlando's done. Astrogoth, you're up.
I guess I'm gonna have to start with the doot doot.
Doot doot.
I feel like it's been a while.
We love the dude,
Oh.
dude.
I will. I'm gonna just move up a little, and then I am going to doot the one that Cassie is fighting.
Okay.
Let me open my handy dandy character sheet.
All right. So those will both miss, and I'd say that the way that it kind of looks to you is dead on shot, but then there's this moment where it just kind of like strangely isn't there anymore, and it hits, and then the second shot is going to where it is, and then it shifts to a totally different third.
Yeah, they just do their jitter through it.
Yeah. All right, Astrogoth, any bonus actions on you?
Nay.
Okay, and your movement's good. Let's go with
Yes.
Cassia.
Castia is gonna shout out "Stay away" and cast Spirit Guardians.
All right.
Ooh,
Peace.
hot.
So that's a 15-yard radius, so it should only get the top two up here for now. But
All right, and it doesn't creating it doesn't interject them. Oh, you're 2 yellows. Let's go with moon colors for you. That makes more sense anyway. Okay, cool. So it doesn't affect them upon casting. It only affects them at the start of their turn if they move into it willingly.
correct.
All right, just like the moonbeams. And then, do you have any descriptive text you want to give for your spirits here?
I think they are faint spirits with silvery, just kind of like very sheer wings,
Okay.
kind of circling around in a vortex around her, and I'm going to exempt obviously all of our party from the effect.
And you said like they're fey kind of looking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So that is an effect. Castia done. It'll go to Lose.
Alright. We're gonna close in on this one again, and we're going to give a little swing
Ooh,
and a swing.
Also hitting.
8 and 14.
All right. So it seems to be kind of looking towards Cassia, not really paying attention to you. So as you come up behind it, kind of just lance into its arm. It jitters and spins about looking at you, and then you kind of stab it in the chest. You're not sure if it's wounded, like it's not exhibiting any signs of wounding, but it definitely seems to be kind of holding its posture as if it is. Like there's no physical signs of wounding,
Mhm.
but it seems to be acting as if it was wounded.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Say done.
Yep.
Okay. And then it'll go to the creatures. Correct. Let's see. Wisdom saving throws. Nope.
Ooh, you get to add your wisdom mod to that too?
My Mark of Fetus thing gives me my proficiency bonus on radiant damage too.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
So
I
it'll
like
be
that.
14 and 14 for both of them. There's a moment, Orlandis, when one of the spirits kind of moves to kind of engage with this one, that you see this very strange-looking silvery-haired elf kind of lance in with a dark-looking sword for just a second, and then vanish in like a wisp of the spinning of the spirit guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Castia, you watch the one kind of blaze through whatever spirit was kind of engaging it, and the hand continues past it, the black mark just blaring brightly as it tries to touch you with it. It does.
I like that.
It kind of grasps a hold of you, and you can feel the burn of the mark. You'll take a total of 7 necrotic damage. But as you kind of get touched by it, it tries to kind of reach further, like over your shoulder, and grasp a hold of you, but you're able to kind of pull yourself away from that. But you feel this kind of just sting. Oh, sorry, I apologize. 14 damage. I apologize. Not 7, 14.
Yeah, sorry, it's double.
I forgot that for this I'm doubling damage for Cassia specifically.
Well, why?
I don't want to discuss why right now. So,
So fucking rude.
Orlandis, it tries to
Stay
touch.
tuned.
It tries to touch you. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. It'll do 8 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then it will miss the second attack. Then the others, 1, 2, 3 of them will be launching some sort of spell. It seems like it's a cantrip being cast without components. You recognize it as Chill Touch, Astrogoth. It looks like 3 of them are coming in towards you. You dodge the first one, you get hit by the second one, and you dodge the third one because you have 14 and they rolled a 13. Chill Touch will do 5 necrotic damage to you, and you cannot regain hit points until the start of your next turn.
Oh no, my temp HP!
And then for Lose, I'm going to have this one move. They'll both try and touch you. Miss, and hit. For 10 necrotic damage against Lose.
Damn.
My temp HP.
Orlandis, you are active.
So they're very obviously going for. Well, no, they're going for everyone.
It looks like
I
they're
will.
trying to get through you. The ones that attacked you and Astrogoth looks like they're trying to move through you, kind of get past you.
Okay.
The one that's currently engaging with Castia does seem to, be focused on her. The ones that are attacking Lose look like they're reciprocating her attack against her. Her attack against them.
Okay. So we discussed inevitable wave. They have to use their reaction or their action to do
So,
that.
as an action, you move up to your speed. If you end this movement adjacent to a hostile creature, you make a single weapon attack.
Yeah.
On a hit, any friendly creature within your commanding presence can perform the exploit, which means that they can, as an action, move their speed and make an attack.
Okay.
Okay, for people who don't have extra attack, inevitable weight isn't the greatest, unless you're trying to get them far across the field of combat, because they can move their speed, then take the action instead of dashing, move and attack.
Yeah. That would really only. I mean, right now it's not really helpful.
Right.
Because I don't think. I mean, yeah, no, it's not. So I'll risk the opportunity attack from the one that I'm fighting, and then I want to go over here to attack and then shove.
Miss on the attack.
Actually, I didn't roll it.
I'm
Oh,
saying
it missed.
I missed
Okay,
something.
all right.
You missed.
Yeah, so then I'm gonna go to attack 19 to hit.
That'll work.
Another 9 damage, and then I'm gonna shove it. So, athletics, I guess. Yeah. Damn.
I failed.
10. Oh, okay. So I think I could shove 5 feet. I'm not mistaken.
Well, typically shove is in a direction, but we'll go ahead and say you did the shove from there, so it'll be pushed back that way. That you're going for, right?
Okay. Yeah, and then I want to occupy that space.
That works for me.
That's Jupiter. That's my turn.
Alright. Orlando's done. Astrogoth up.
I am once again.
Dude, do it.
Yeah. So anyway, I started blasting. I will attack. Probably should focus on the one that Orlandis is fighting,
Yeah.
so I will do that.
Okay. Hit, miss. Alright. Looks like it's a decent amount of damage. This one definitely looks like it is more broken apart than the others. That last shot, the first one kind of blew a hole through the side of it, and the second one kind of missed because it went through that same hole. But it looks like a good chunk of the bark has been kind of removed from this creature. The starlight inside still kind of glows, but it seems to have waned a bit in its brightness.
So it's fading out as it takes more damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
After it got done.
Also,
Yes, I am done.
Alright.
did it look like my spear was affecting it at all?
Yeah. It doesn't seem to be immune to non-magical weapon.
Okay.
Or resisting it either. You're basically hitting a tree. Or a bark
Yeah.
of a tree. Alright,
Okay.
Astrogoth done.
Yes.
Castia up. Sorry, Zach.
He is going to drop a spiritual weapon in front of the one that's not engaged with Orlandis.
Okay. And then bonus action, swing that. And your action?
Just going to take the dodge action.
Cool.
Oh, fuck it up.
As he's getting the spiritual weapons situated, Lotte, go ahead and Nemesis.
Damn.
Lotte, go ahead and
Yeah.
sure.
One thing that I want to clarify that I absolutely forgot that my a feature that my blade had that I can hit both of these at the same time.
Go ahead and hit the speech bubble so I can see which one you're talking about.
Elvish Thin Blade.
A new feature.
No, click the.
Oh,
the
I don't know.
How are you able to attack two creatures at the same time? Is what I'm asking.
It says description up to 2 creatures within 5 feet.
That shouldn't be the case. Hold on.
Oh, it might have been something from the Rokugan stuff.
Let me check.
Oh, okay. Is it one of those special moves?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
hold on.
It might be in the Rokugan book. It's
Yeah.
Again, we're learning together. Just
It's something that I completely forgot because I was checking something else.
No worries.
So this could be really cool.
Let's see. So, adventures in Rokugan.
I think I know what you're talking about. I saw the same thing for Shinobi one time.
Duelist.
Yeah.
It has that little picture diagram, and then it
Yeah.
does the.
But I was looking through the stuff and I don't remember.
What technique it is?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are 8th level. Is that right?
No, I think I'm
7th.
7.
Okay. Cool. Decisive blade.
It's very confusing. Hold on, let me double check that.
Decisive blade just has to do with danger dice, and it's not baseline, so it's definitely.
Is that a certain
It's got to be one of your techniques. Yeah.
levels? Oh, no, sorry, I'm still at 6.
Okay.
I'm like 200 away from 7.
So you are in Cormorant stance, so it's probably not that. Blade Master. Bonus to your damage rolls equal to your Wisdom modifier, and you inflict critical hits on 19 through 20. Oh, you're not a Blade Master, right?
No.
You
No.
are the Death Dancer.
Death Dancer, yeah.
Proficiency on Charisma saving throws. Danger dice are 8s instead of 6s. Fucking metal.
Yeah.
Spider stance is not one you're in, but it doesn't do multi. Encroaching. No.
It could just be something that was there.
Again, I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
It is definitely going to be a technique. Let's see.
Okay.
Which means you're going to have to spend points, I think, for it, but bear with me here.
Yeah.
Duelist. Again. Martial techniques. Where the page, where the page, where the page. Oh, man. It's not Dawn Grey Strike, because we know that one's just big damage.
Yeah, that's just big money.
Where's the page? 253. Cool, cool, cool. Thanks for being patient, folks. Which techniques do you have? Do you remember which ones they're called?
The techniques, oh gosh, it's so confusing. Let's
Crashing
see.
Wave Cut allows you to attack in an aura, or not an aura, but a cone.
No. I
And
think
then-
Rising Blade,
Uh-huh.
Dawn's Grace, and Veiled Menace Thrust are the 3 techniques that I currently have.
Okay. So Rising Blade is one reaction. When somebody moves against you, you can, as a reaction, make an attack. It costs you 3 focus points. And you do extra damage on the attack equal to 1d4 per 5 feet it moved to get to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're using a slashing weapon, the creature that attacked you is... Or sorry, for us we're saying piercing. If you're using a piercing weapon, the creature that attacked you has disadvantage.
Yeah.
And then Crossing Blade, you said, was the other one?
Dawn's Grace Strike.
No, not that one.
and
Go ahead.
Veiled Menace Thrust.
What's it called?
Oh,
Veiled Menace Thrust. You throw a feint to draw your foe's attention from your true strategy. It's not a
I
one
think it's
that
only
would do
named
the...
different, right?
I don't know, I took it out of the book. I don't remember.
where are these tactics? I got the old book. I don't have that.
The Adventures of Rokugan.
I don't have that book. Never mind.
It's a good purchase. And yeah, we use it for the duelist, and there are a couple of other bits in there. Yeah, so I'm not having anything in here that says you
Okay.
can attack
I
2 for 1.
saw it on the it was specifically on the Elvish Thin Blade, like
Yeah, no.
the description, and I was just like, what?
Let me check Katana real quick.
I didn't see anything. I was looking in the book for that, and I didn't see
Yeah.
anything
Okay.
listed yet.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
insanely good.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I'm gonna use
I'm gonna
that
do
if
it.
I can use it.
Right.
I know Shinobi get it at 7th level.
I know you get 2
Um,
attacks a turn, but yeah, other than that.
Yeah. Cool. So,
21 hits.
Yep. 7.
Mhm.
And then we're gonna do a bit of the same again.
Hits this
18.
one.
Woohoo, 9.
Fuck it up.
Alright, that one is extremely messed up, just like the one that Orlandis is engaged with. They're about the same.
Mm.
Alright. Any other things from you, Lose? If you want to do a trick, you could use your bonus action to get a 3rd attack. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, hint, hint.
Yeah.
Sounds like a devil's deal to me.
Do you do it?
Are you sure?
Wait. How do I do that one again?
Watch the screen. Are you watching me?
Yeah, no, I know that.
Okay, so you'll just make a dagger attack.
Yeah.
And so what,
Um.
the only person
so-
who's be able to see this of you, so it probably happens
Yeah.
very quick. You watch as Lose breaks apart the hilt of her weapon and extracts a dagger from the bottom portion, and then
Oh.
immediately lances it into this creature. Go ahead and throw the dagger attack.
Did I seen it?
See, it's the first one, right?
You're gonna just do it one time. Yeah, it should be the first one.
Yeah.
Who
There's
seen it?
13 doesn't
misses.
hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she'll immediately kind of just quickly relance or resheath the
Yeah.
dagger.
Who seen it though?
Astrogoth was the only one who would have saw it.
Fuck.
It'd have been stab, and
He'll tell stories about it later.
I will. I'm sure
cool.
if you look at him, his mouth is just agape, and he's like, "Oh, what?"
that was pretty cool. The land pad
She
will
can
take
do that.
Spirit Guardian damage, fail and fail. The one that is next to Orlandis, you watch as it kind of becomes more husk-like, and the glowing in the center fades for a second. Then you watch it burst like bright orange, red, yellows, and just kind of like a very bright kind of nebula of colors, and then just fade away. For Castia, because you're probably looking in that direction when it happens, something about that felt like it was like a window to a place you've been, and then the husk falls to the ground. And the other one takes the damage as well. That one will move against Castia.
No.
This one will move against Castia and fail and take the damage.
Yeah.
Same here. Let's see. Also fail
No.
taking the damage. And then this one will move up and will throw another chill touch at Astrogoth. Chill touch first, 25 to hit, and it'll do 11 necrotic on Astrogoth. And then we're
No!
looking for touch time against Castia times 3.
You're
God
gonna
damn.
take the dodge action, so they should have
Yep,
disadvantage.
Okay, so they each attack twice. Miss, miss, miss. Hit, miss, hit. So 2 hits out of 6 attacks.
Damn.
Damn.
We should have took those magic stones before.
So 13 damage. Or sorry, it's not 13 damage. Bear with me here. It's
We
quite a
gotta
bit more
kill
than
these
that.
guys quick.
It's 26 damage,
Well,
Yeah. Damn.
and then
You could say it's double
wow,
damage.
and then 10 damage.
That is still enough to down her.
Okay. Spirit Guardians fade away.
And the spiritual weapon.
A spiritual weapon doesn't go away.
Oh, no,
It
it's
just-
dead.
Yeah, it's not concentration. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Sorry.
It has to be declared to act though, so it won't. It'll just sit.
Yeah.
And that is Lose. They will touch. Miss, miss, miss. Ooh, yay! Crit.
No, not yet.
11 necrotic damage.
Okay, not bad.
It's just a little kiss of death
Yeah, so it's a D10
Little
plus
as a treat.
number, so I'm rolling really bad on the D10s. Is what's happening. That's it for them. Orlandis, you are up.
Can I give her temp HP
It won't get her.
while she's down? No, but I can give it to her though, right?
Yeah, it would block her from receiving death saving throws if it's sufficient enough to block the damage that would be.
Okay, so I will do that. I will give her inspiring word. She doesn't fucking die immediately. So that's 14. That is full
Okay,
fucking inspiring word. That's good. Okay.
Don't waste that.
good buffer.
For that. And then fuck me. I'm just gonna try. Can I stand? No, I can't stand over her.
Yeah, she's down. You can stand on top of her. That's fine.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, just gonna try my fucking bestest to protect her. This one looks damaged, right?
The worst.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to try to hit it.
Mhm.
22,
Yep.
and then takes 5 piercing damage, and then, I'm sure Lose sees it, but he's gonna cry out to her. Lose, I need help. Castia's gone down.
It,
And then that's my turn.
even though it was pretty puny damage, it still was sufficient.
Oh, fuck it.
So
Oh
You
yeah.
kind of lance through it. It kind of bursts the bright vibrant colors. And then as you kind of pull the spear out, the husk kind of drops to the ground. The arm breaks off, and like the leg kind of like dismembers at the knee. But yeah, it's just a husk of a bark man.
Okay.
Orlando's done Astrogoth up. You do recognize that there are two behind you. They're still the thriller tree people, yeah. They're pretty tough.
I'm gonna use my new spell, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Ooh.
shit!
All right. Go ahead and drop that down for me, and I'm going to start making saving throws.
Yeah.
So
Oh, shit.
the theme on this I'm changing just for to have it make more sense for my character. But how I imagine this plays out is since I have my handy dandy stringed instrument, I start playing a song that is reminiscent to what you would hear in like at a ball for a ballroom dance, and you see these. You see, yeah, like a waltz. And you see these spiritual dancers pop up, and they start bumping into
You just cut out.
No.
them and trying to drag them along to dance.
Oh, perfect.
Am I
yeah,
back?
That was weird.
my
Yeah, it cut
God.
out, and then you it picked up right where you left off. There was like a lag. But yeah,
Oh,
they try to dance
yeah.
with them.
right, and they bump into them and everything, and that's what causes the damage and the exhaustion levels on that.
Okay, let me get the. I'm gonna try and make a quick.
It's
fast-
30.
Yeah, 30 radius, so that'll be 12 wide. And we're looking for radiant. We're looking for radiant.
Yeah, I thought it was I get it's sickening radiance, and I saw that it did radiant light, and I was like, oh, that makes
It's
more sense
sickening.
to do it this way.
Yeah, when you step in it, hula, you throw up.
I like the way you're selling it a bit better than theirs, to be sure. Also, personally, I think dancing is sickening, so... For me, like, when I dance, like, I think people would probably be throwing up if they were watching me dance. So, that's why I do not do it. Set. And then...
Ooh, that's pretty.
we're gonna give it to a...
Ooh, that is pretty.
Okay, so you should have control of that. You can place it where you like. And then to be sure, when a
If you
creature,
gotta,
yeah, this does not bar your allies. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that. I think it will ruin their day as well, and yourself. Yeah.
if you,
Do you hear that?
Sickening.
Zach?
I did.
That's fine.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's fine. I'll get caught up in the dance, but I think probably to hit everyone that I want to hit.
You could also move out before you cast it, and then get all the monsters.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, good call.
You'll take opportunity attacks, but you can move out of it.
Yeah, you can move out of it and get the ones that you want, and you could get 2 of the ones up north and the 2 at the bottom here. Let me show you what I'm looking at here. Where's
Yeah, I just moved it out of the way because I can't move myself if that token is
Yeah, no,
on
I
there.
understand. But yeah, like there would be fine. You'd capture Lose in it though.
That's fine.
So yeah, go ahead and move yourself if you want.
I will
They can
take
take
the damage, but I'm gonna pop over here, I think.
Okay, so it'll be 2 opportunity attacks. Miss. And miss. We're not having a good night on my end. And then go ahead and move the
Fuck you are.
radiant. Well, for you it was insane. Okay, cool.
She's just.
So I guess I'll do that. So she'll be right at the edge of it.
Yeah, so she can get out of it relatively quickly. Alright, good stuff. We're gonna move to Castia, who is going to make a death saving throw for me.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but when do I roll the damage for that?
Certainly. So this one specifically states when a creature moves into the spell or the first time it
Gotcha,
starts
yep.
its turn there.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a save. It's similar in kind to Spirit Guardians, except you get to put it where you want.
If they're forcefully moved into it, they still take damage.
No. So the wording specifically when a creature moves into the spell's area, when the creature moves.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, not when it is moved.
Okay, okay.
Okay, Castia. But if you move it in there, it will start its turn in there, so it's still going to get it.
Gotcha.
Castia, you are not dying. Well,
You're
you're
dying,
you're,
but
you're not stabilized.
You're
But
on the
okay.
way.
Let's say you're up. At the start of your turn, go ahead and make a con saving throw.
Cool. Where is that? I know where it is.
It's to the top left.
Yep, I see it. 13.
Okay. So his DC was 14. Does anybody want to spend inspiration?
I can spend my inspiration.
Cool.
Okay.
It looks like it's a save or take. There's no having here. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
And because you saved, you will not gain a level of exhaustion. That one being the super good one.
Ooh.
That is really strong. Okay, so you start your turn in the Radiance.
Yep. If I move here,
You're out of it,
cool.
and you can still attack into it.
Sweet.
Attacking the
We're gonna
same
do-
one, or are you going to attack the new one?
Yeah, we're attacking the same one with the first one.
Okay.
Oh no.
Nope.
So your weapon will go down to the from fine to, oh my god, where's the wordings? Homebrew, armor weapon quality, poor.
4. Yay.
That's not good.
I forgot that it was not in the greatest condition.
It's not too bad. It's got a couple more steps before it's broken, and
Yeah.
brokens can still be repaired.
Right.
It just can't be used while it's broken.
Yeah, but I should have done, like, fix that.
We never really went to a blacksmith though.
Well, I have smithing tools.
Oh, okay, fuck yeah,
I could have
dude.
fucking fixed it myself this entire goddamn time. Sorry, I'm changing. And then the second one, shwing,
That'll hit,
17,
and that'll
13.
kill.
Yay, night.
All right. Any other movement? And do you want to use your bonus action to try and get the dagger in? Again, they
Yeah.
can't see you.
Yeah.
That's whack. I want to see it.
Someday, my child.
One day.
Let's
One
see.
day.
Oh, that'll hit.
16. Nice.
And yeah, resheathing, or you want to keep it out for the defensive trade?
I'm gonna go ahead and keep it out for the defensive trade.
Okay, cool. Lose
And
done.
they'll just be like, where the fuck did this come from?
It'll go to them. Con saving throws. The one with low save will fail. And both of the ones against Orlandis will fail. Wow, this is really bad saving throw night. Go ahead and give me the damage for the Sickening Radiance, Zach.
Okie dokie. You want me to roll one for all of them, or?
Yeah, it's area of effect spells will kind of detonate at once.
4d10, baby.
29. Alright.
Holy shit. 2 9s and an 8. Good shit.
Yeah.
That one will gain a level of exhaustion. That one will gain a level of exhaustion.
So now I want to ask, if they're going to attack Castia, does she have cover?
Yeah, so because you stated what you were doing and kind of taking position in between her and them, it's effectively as if she were standing behind you. So
Okay.
they can't attack her directly without killing you.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and murder you. But
Okay.
I would think that they are animalistic enough to move out of the thing that's murdering them.
But why?
Oh, this guy in the middle, I forgot about him. And he rolled bad. He takes it. He is going to move up, but he's got no escape. Okay, so I'm going to throw 3 attacks against Orlandis. 1 level of exhaustion means that they have disadvantage on ability checks, not attack rolls. So
Okay.
if they gain more, it'll be problematic. But yeah, touch, 1 hit, touch, 2 hit, touch, miss. So 2 out of 6 ain't bad.
Yeah.
It'll be 8 necrotic and 7 necrotic.
-8 and -7. Okay.
And then the one against Lose
Exit.
is also going to try and get out of. Actually, no, yeah. No, it has to move closer to. It can. So it's just going to attack Lose. It's going to miss twice. Alright, they're done. It'll go to Orlandis.
Okay. I can't attack and shove this one down, right? It would only go this way.
I mean, it would go backwards, but I would say you can diagonal shove it to here. That'd be fine, because there's like a little bit of a position behind you. That's fine.
Okay.
You can push it towards Astragoth.
Got you. All right, I'm gonna attack it. Natural 20.
That'll work. Don't worry about pushing it, man. It's done.
Oh. Okay.
Push it to the ground.
The Sickening Radiance definitely dynamically shifted the combat, despite the fact that they're not hanging out in it.
Yeah.
29 damage.
Pushed into the afterlife.
Okay. So since
Is half your hit points, right, Jonah? And they have less hit points than you, remember?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's
I
fair.
kind of just imagine as the spell's going off, like the spirits, like every time they bump into someone, it's like, oh, excuse you.
So okay, so I could still use my bonus action to shove, I think.
Yeah, shield
But
master.
this one, it would only go here,
Yeah.
not in the. Okay.
You can push
So
this one
then-
away from you.
I don't really mind it though, because it's still in the thing. So I'm just gonna use. Let me see what is the range on. Where is it? Inspiring word. Is it 50 feet?
Yeah, so you can do Astragoth.
I can hear me.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay, I'll give it to Astragoth. I'll give him some temp HP.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Let me roll it. Haha. Okay, you only got 7. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's 7 more.
Can't see more. Astragoth, you have a pretty decent line of sight on everything. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna have to go with a doot. I mean, I gotta play the beat, right?
It's a classic, yeah. We love it.
As you should, King.
I'm gonna target this one right here.
Bam.
And here we go.
Okay. Alright.
Ooh.
27 crit and 24 to hit. Both of those are all good. Give it a damage.
Alright, here's the crit,
God damn.
and then that's the regular damage.
It's still standing.
Poopy.
That one was pretty fresh. It's
Oh,
taken,
okay.
It's
That's
only
true.
taken the 29 from the burn and that, so.
Got you.
Castia death saving throw.
I'm sorry we don't have any heals.
1 failure. You can, as an action, make a medicine check or use a healer's kit to.
I don't know if we have any potions still floating around.
That's also.
I have a potion of advantage.
I never had.
Well, yeah, again, you can make a medicine check DC 10 and try and stabilize the person.
Okay.
And also, you might want to invest in healer's kits because then you can just do it. It automatically happens.
True.
Low sec.
You know, if it ain't broke,
Don't fix it.
keep swinging.
Like until it's broke. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. 20 and
Damage.
18.
Yeah, they both hit. Okay, you chatted it with the first one and you murdered it with the second. Alright, good stuff.
Alright.
And it doesn't really seem like there are very many avenues for you to get to where you need to go. Unless you
I'll say
wanna
go up here
know,
and then
yeah.
jump.
You can get up there, but yeah, not this turn you won't be able to jump down yet.
Right.
Just got the 30. Yeah, you'll be right at the top of the steps.
Yep.
Oh,
Perfect. Lose.
And we're putting the thin blade back.
Okay. So
You mean the thinner blade back?
Both.
Oh.
the lamp pad will Constitution saving throw fucking biffed it. Go ahead and roll your 4d10. If you roll all ones, you definitely don't get it. but otherwise you do.
Don't. I don't think that's gonna happen. But watch me say that.
Probability says it doesn't, but. All right.
Boom, baby.
It's
I did roll a 1, so.
No, he had 5 hit points. If he'd rolled 4 ones, it would have been fine. The other one will attack Orlandis. 19 misses.
So-
Crit.
When it attacks me, does it, like, is it just trying to get me off
Touch.
of
It's just-
Castia?
It's literally just all it's doing is kind of holding its hand
Just
out,
touch.
and it's kind
Okay.
of reaching out and touching you, and then grasping you.
Okay.
You know, its hand.
Give me that damage. Stop being handsy.
It's 14
Stop that.
damage.
Stop that right now, mister. Or miss. Whatever you are.
Lampad's done. Orlandis up.
Alright, I'm gonna stab and shove. 14?
Miss.
Alright, now I'm gonna shove. Let's go with athletics. Damn, 12.
Does not get shoved.
Poopy doopy. That's my turn.
All right, Astrogoth, you would be in a position that you can see that Castia is pretty close to Death's Door. I won't say on it. Out of character mechanically, if she rolls a 1, she dies. But yeah, if you want to try something there, otherwise, go for it.
Unfortunately, I don't really have anything that would directly heal her.
You can make a medicine check as an action. Anybody can.
Yeah,
DC 10 to stabilize. But
I don't have it trained, but
You can try it anyways. I mean, again, it's just a DC 10. It's not too huge.
yeah, I'll try.
Alright. I mean, if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to.
No. I was intending on trying to do something.
Alright. Roll it.
So I will roll medicine and hopefully not fail. Bada bing, bada boom.
Nailed it.
Hey.
Hey, yo!
You rush over. You see that, she is caustic. The necrotic damage is kind of taken to her. And so it looks like it's kind of on her shoulder, kind of going like up that portion. You kind of run over really quick and kind of just, push on her body and kind of start wrapping her own cloak kind of around that section to kind of just block blood flow, because you feel like that's going to be helpful, and it is. It's super helpful. It's super effective. And you have a bonus action still if you want to do anything. Not much, right?
I mean, there's no way I'd be able to do this one after.
Yeah, not as bonus action, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I'm good then.
Castia, you are not dying, so you're just stable. Lose, you are up. Are you jumping down?
No,
Why not?
I'm moving to the edge and
Sure,
then
you will.
I'm taking. Yeah. It's still cool. Come on.
It's not as cool, though.
I mean, I'm going to say it's not as cool.
Fine,
But you know what?
whatever.
It's super effective because you fire an arrow into its back and splash, it just falls over with a nice
Fuck yeah.
arrow hole through it. Alright.
Get it.
In the immediate aftermath.
Yes.
Looks like Flo stays back where she started.
I'm a
my,
little bit
my-
more forward.
My dancers can fade away at this point.
I'll move them off the map. I dropped them down a layer so that they weren't blocking you from moving.
Sorry, folks, dance is over. Wrap it up.
Damn.
Aw. They all just kind of like walk away, but they just like fade away as they're walking towards some
Yeah.
unseen door.
They'll be back.
They'll be back.
Closing time starts playing.
So, Orlandis would step to the side so that, Castia doesn't look straight up at him, but he'll try to jostle her awake.
Okay, she's stabilized. She's not up. And I would assume Astrogoth being close would probably stop you from shaking her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
She's not in good shape. We should probably get her to someone who's better at helping than any of us, really.
That is true. So then,
Asked for a couple of potions before I left.
don't we have potions?
They're
I
not on
could've
the
sworn-
sheet.
God damn it. Fuck. I could have sworn we had, I see potions of healing
On your
in the...
I-
No, on the loot table, but I don't know if that's
Yeah,
correct.
I don't know who has them though.
Fuck.
Well, what do you have on there? Does it say anybody
We
has
have
them?
3 potions of healing, but they're not assigned to anyone.
Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead. We'll even out the difference.
We also have 1 of greater healing.
I know that one's already been taken. I know who took it too and drank it.
Yeah.
Okay, then that one didn't get.
They just didn't notate it on there.
I mean, if it's okay with John, I think it would kind of work for us to take it, only because with the party and the number of people coming and whatnot, it's kind of shifted. So
Yeah.
I imagine one of us would have one.
Well, I think I know who had them, but I'm going to be, because again, I know from sheet crafting. I would like for you to go ahead and just roll a d6, Lose, or Elizabeth rather.
Are we the same person now?
No, I'm sorry.
D6, you said?
Yes, please.
No, 2 different
5.
people.
So you have all 3 of those potions, and they are
Hey!
on you.
Cool.
So if you wish to
right.
administer,
Yes.
that's perfectly fine. Go
At
ahead, roll.
least 1 healing potion.
2d4s plus 2. Me trying to do hand gestures. Can't do it.
Do you want me to roll that for you, Tom?
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, let's.
Nice.
Get
So
7 back.
That'll take you off the death tracking. And yeah, you are surrounded by husks of tree people.
She'll probably scurry back against the tree in like a panic as she comes back up and just kind of look around.
So the visual cues you were getting before, muted. They don't appear to be present. The wall isn't glowing anymore. It's all just, it's mundane like everyone else has been viewing it.
Orlandis would try to reassure her. You're fine now. They are gone.
I think they were connected to the man in the tree back in the mansion. The hand.
They have the same symbols. We saw it, right? All of us saw the symbols on the hand? Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
They
does
have
anybody
these.
have religion trained?
That's a good ass question.
Negative.
Nope.
Okay. So Cassie,
I do, but
you,
Nay.
you have religion trained. Go ahead and make a religion roll. This is again
I have history.
obviously dwelling on what you feel and what you know. So you would kind of like understand with that 19 that the creatures aren't undead, they're fae, but they are effectively fae conduits to the shadow plane. And from what you can tell, the guy you saw, the one you know to be a dreadlord, it appears that it was channeling itself through these individuals. And the stars that you were seeing and the bursts that you were seeing were actually his domain. At the end of creation.
He was connected to them. It was like the portal that we got to here.
To the Fae realm?
Yeah, they were connected to his realm, and they were in
So
this
his-
tree.
So his realm's not here in the Feywild, is it?
I don't know how I know or think that, but no, it's somewhere else. But it was connected to them, and I guess to the tree. Then
It seems you're getting back some of your memories.
it would be nice if I knew how they fit into anything.
Well,
You-
maybe we keep looking so you can find out more.
Do you still wish to go to the core of this tree?
I saw something originally, but I don't see it now. I don't. Is the tree better?
I do not know.
It may be. Who knows?
I think we should continue to traverse this tree. Maybe once we get to what looks like a lamppost. I don't know. We will find our answers.
Okay.
She'll kind of
Um,
touch her shoulder where they were grabbing her, and her cloak is wrapped around, and silver light will appear, and she'll stand up and look a little more solid again. Yeah.
will it take at least 10 minutes to get up to the center of this tree?
Well, again, it definitely will take a little while. Are you doing an expiring leadership? Is that what you're going for?
Yes.
Yeah, if you want to take a second too, I mean, like, just talk about the situation and, you know, mentally prepare
Dog.
everybody.
Hell yeah. Okay.
I'm sure they're willing to stop and listen.
No,
Yeah.
we do this while walking.
Okay.
Do this while walking. So while we're walking, Orlandis
Hey.
Orlandis is gonna say to everyone, we still have our teamwork in order. We can traverse over any path, and like a spear's head, we will arrive to our target. That's all I got. I'm sorry.
I guess I just also need to stay away from those things.
This is true.
So when you head up, you pass by the door here. Lose, you see this space a little differently here. The symbols on the ground are not elvish, and the material you're standing on is, well, no, the runes that in the circle are actually not either. They are dwarvish.
Oh.
And you would
We
know,
all get 6, by the way.
very good. You would note that there are elvish markers, like on the outside ring, on the door, the vines in the center, but there's this one ring present that appears to have dwarvish denotation.
I see.
They are ancient dwarvish runes. Does anybody speak dwarvish here?
Me.
Great. So you would recognize these as runes of protection. It seems that
Oh.
they are the most recent carvings, from what you can tell. Looks like they were kind of placed in after, and looks like they might have covered over older runes that were kind of just flushed out, kind of carved off the surface, and then new ones were placed in. But these runes of protection, to you, you would know that on Dwarvish roads and other stuff that you've seen in Parnak, that this is basically barred. This door cannot be opened except by a dwarf or someone who's been given the passage right, which is an item to pass through this door and wherever it leads. But there is a bridge stair that goes up, and it looks like it goes out and around to the exterior of the tree, the core of the tree.
Okay. That's over here.
Yep. And if that's where you're going, if you don't want to try and do anything with the door, then we can move up that way. But yeah, you would know it's a magical effect, so there is possibility for
Yeah. I don't think we have anything.
Yeah, I don't think we have dispel magic.
No, not that, but I don't think we got anything that gives us
Yeah,
any type of entry.
haven't really messed with too many dwarves.
Well, if the door is barred and I'm a bard, would that do
Seduce it!
anything?
Well, you're actually brothers. That's how that works. And he's your older brother because the tree's older than Astrogoth. So that means that he's not.
Wow, he's not going to listen to me.
He's not going to listen to you at all.
Sorry, guys, I tried.
Moving
It's
us
okay.
to
You.
the next portion. So as you come out of the tree,
Ooh.
you come out onto a branch, and next to the branch is yet another stair that leads up. Inside of these branches in this space here, you can see that there are a number of stairs, and it looks like the branches connect to other segments of tree. So this core that you're looking at, to the south of it is the core hole of the top of the tree, top of the segment of the tree you were just in. And it looks like it connects to even more branches that kind of network out. The town would be to the south of you, beyond that other core. To the north of you, there's another core, and to the east and west, there are more tree cores. In the center of this space, the tree has been cut off at its top. It doesn't look like this has affected the life of the tree at all. It seems to still kind of have a vibrancy to it that is alive, but not as vibrant as the trees you've seen about the area or the great tree in the center of Aincrad. The other thing you would note, and this would be mainly for Lose, but others can kind of probably intuit the nature of it, this arch of branches here in the center looks like a portal way. And Lose, you recall that in its prime, this portal way actually functioned as a magical portal that led to a field just north of, or sorry, not just north, just south of the forests that are on the southern side of Cardend.
Where
Oh,
we
okay.
saw the Baba Yaga hut.
No, further south than that.
Okay.
Like beyond the forts.
Okay.
Super south.
Ask if the door knows your boat.
Excuse me, sir or madam. Do you know our boat?
Hilarious. So yeah, how you want to interact with the space is entirely up to you.
Gonna fucking let Coffee do it.
She'll kind of tentatively come up the stairs, obviously a little cautious after what happened last time.
Orlandis is staying right next to her, by the way, just in case.
We'll kind of come up to this ring in the center and examine it to see if she notices anything, any more light like before or anything like that.
It's very similar in kind to the one downstairs, except it doesn't have like the gold bangings that are kind of over and around it. It does look like there's some damage to it from age, but you get a feeling that that won't really affect the nature of the magic. There's something about this ring that is like calling to you. It feels like you need to be in the ring, but you don't know why. It's just a strange sensation that seems to kind of arise in you specifically. Whether or not you want to fight that feeling or give into it is entirely up to you.
I think I need to stand in there, but if something happens, can one of you try to grab me?
Do you want one of us to go in there with you?
I mean, I don't know how safe it's going to be, and I don't want anybody else to get hurt because of me, but
Safety does not matter. We're here to keep you safe.
Bethild will have our heads if we don't.
This is
that's
also
fair.
true.
She's scary.
He surely is.
Anyone who would want to hurt this glorious mug is clearly one to be scared of.
Alright. With some number of people at her side, she's going to cross the boundary.
As
Everyone.
you step over the first bound, there's this electricity that kind of fills the air for everyone. It's just kind of a sensation of like this magical presence. Astrogoth, you're very familiar with it. Like it definitely feels like the arcane. The winds are kind of moving in this space. As she steps over the second ring, over entirely the scaled ring that bars her entry into the center ring, the spark of magic starts to glow across the tree in its entirety. It's more visible now. It's like a spark, kind of an electricity that runs across the tree.
Visible like a cat butt.
Yeah, cat's being a poop head. But
Cat
then
booty!
you watch as light kind of graces over the tops of the arch. And then you watch as like a sudden pop of magic forms in the center of the archway and then opens.
Ooh.
Everything goes black.
Oh shit.
The portalway appears to be this wind-like, just. I'm trying to think of a word that's not orifice.
I mean, orifice is a good descriptor, though.
Yeah, it is. It's good.
Mission accomplished. I
worked.
reactivated the tree's orifice. I made things better and or worse.
We did it!
The space beyond
God damn it.
seems to glow with this ghostly flame. The portalway continues to a dark moat far off in the center, and it seems like the moat itself is circular at first, but then slowly starts to move. I have a cat in the way, I can't show you stuff with my hands. It's like circular at first, but then it slowly starts to move as if it were becoming like a flat disc. And on that disc, as it comes to like a horizontal plane, you see what looks like a humanoid figure standing on the disc. This is hundreds of feet, or 5 feet, or like the distance of the world away. You aren't sure and can't really get a sense of spatial definition with this essence. The portal blurs reality around you, and everything seems to be just covered with shadow essence. And as you look into this space, the figure on the other side seems to raise his hand. For a moment, you can see a glare of ghostly flame appear on his hand, and that symbol once again appear. Castia, in response to that, you would have to feel a certain way. Like there's an emotional response to that. And I would like for you, Tom, to kind of give me a good idea as to what that emotional response would be. And of course, based on what you say, that'll affect the narrative here. So choose your words wisely.
I think she'll be of two emotions at the same time. One is a fearful kind of emotion, just wanting to back away, and then something else in her. There's so many cats.
There's 2 cats. One
And then
wants to play
so-
the printer, one wants to just hang out on the desk. Sorry, continue.
something else inside of her will want to move towards the portal, and I think a voice that sounds like her, but with more confidence and maybe a little more bass and just to it will say, "I found another way."
The hand lowers, and as it does, you watch as the ghost flame just seems to continue in. Because the motion of the flame was always kind of towards whatever that disc was in this temporal space. It kind of moves inwards for a moment, and then all of the portal magic just seems to fade away. And slowly your eyes reacclimate to what you're kind of standing and what actually is going on. And the tree kind of snaps back to quiet. Now it still has the lingering essence of magic that Astrogoth was able to, detect. And, Lose kind of remembers from when she was here last. You are being so bad. You are being not good. I am going to spray you with this water bottle. Okay. I was talking about Tom. It was not for my cat.
That makes sense.
I was watching at home. Anyway, it feels like the portal is still active. And over again, this is going to be a test because I remember setting it up a certain way, but I don't know if it kept because Roll20 is being goofy. Oh, it did keep. God damn it! It didn't keep.
Uh-oh.
Nope, it just got the 1. It just got the 1. That's so stupid. What is going on? I had like a dozen maps ready to go.
Oh no.
But as the over the course of some time, the magic starts to continue to kind of flow about the space, and the more familiar ethereal nature of the Shimby, don't do bad stuff.
Is he
But he
roll
made a
20?
soup.
He must be Roll20.
Ooh.
Roll20 has made a soup. Okay, it's bottle time. Okay, so the nature of the portal opens, and it seems to create kind of a more recognizable, at least to Lose, kind of magical nature of the tree. The tree pulses with magic. The runes of protection from the dwarves kind of show around the ring, where they weren't showing genuinely before. The portal itself is blue instead of kind of this strange ghostly flame. Instead of a dark space beyond, you see what looks like a forest out beyond the space. This nature of it is much more familiar to Lose. This is how it felt and looked when you were here so long ago, when you last passed through the space.
Nice.
You can actually see the dwarven protection markings around the tree portal itself as well. This is a secured portal. All of the activations that were there before, all of the defenses that were present before, have been reignited
So it's as it was.
as it was, and it looks like just beyond. It's right where it's supposed to go, just south of
Hey.
Card End.
Well,
Is it all normal?
I guess I don't have to fight.
This is normal, yes.
Okay.
I guess I don't have to fight a Finmar, and sadly have to tell him he was right. I guess.
Castu will kind of like shake her head and look around and did I fix it? I thought I saw.
Think
Did
you
I
did.
say
You're right.
that man again?
I want to ask a question specifically because I want to make sure my read on it was correct, Tom. I just want to make sure we are aware of what was done there. When you said what you said to the figure on the other side, that was aloud, right?
Yes,
So you heard
and in
her
a different voice.
voice shift to one that was more confident, more mature,
Oh,
one that was
okay.
a much more
Mm.
sure of herself, and like her stature probably mirrored it.
Yeah.
And she said, "I've found another way." And then the figure lowered its hand, and then the
Oh, so we
portal to
actually
whatever the
saw the
ghost was.
figure.
Yeah, all that was for everybody.
Okay.
Still happening.
Stop it, baby cat.
Are you alright, Castia?
I think that was weird. Did I say
You don't remember talking?
no? I don't. I kind of.
Well, you did good, I suppose.
I did fix. I fixed the tree.
You did fix it. Not sure how still. I'm not really one to use all the magic stuff. But good on ya.
I'm going to view our surroundings. Can we see,
Yeah,
like,
so you're kind of in a network of branches and tree cores. So this is the largest of the 5 tree cores that you can kind of see present. There's one
Mhm.
directly south, and that's the one that's kind of hollowed out. And that would be the one that you were in when you were looking at the side of, like, the base of this tree actually connects to the core of that tree. That's how far up you are.
okay,
And then,
was this? Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead, go ahead.
No. I just wanted to know, like, can
There-
we see down to the bottom? Like, is it clear?
To the town, you mean?
Yeah.
No. So hold on.
Oh.
Okay, let me try and do this. Let me try and do this with a visual aid. Okay, so here is the core that you're on, right? You're up here.
Yeah.
Okay, so then there's the core that you were in, and it's like this. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the hollow one that you were inside of, and you
Yeah.
climbed up inside of the space that's connecting these two to the top of this tree.
Yeah.
This one is blocking your view of the town.
Okay.
Then there's another one. Then there's another one.
God damn it.
And then there's
And another one.
on the backside. There's a total of 5 cores.
Why are there so many trees here?
4 kind of like up and around the middle one.
So we have to do this to all of them?
No.
Oh.
Your goal here was to. They're all one tree. They just have. like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Some trees kind of like have a central core, and then like they have multiple kind of branches
Yeah.
that are not branches. They're just kind of like growths of themselves.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that's what we're talking about here.
Because I don't know if Orlandis can handle, like, mentally and emotionally, like, 4 more appearances of this guy. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
Silly
That
little
is-
guy.
That is indeed the orifice. That is correct. But yeah, the portal way to the material plane is now open. So Einkarad
Neat.
and Cardend are once again connected.
Alright.
And what you
Yippee.
want to do beyond this point, or where you want to go beyond this point, is entirely up to you.
Gotta go back, right?
Yeah, we should probably go back to tell them, and I'm tired.
We get some fish for the way back. You ever had fish jerky?
Do they have octopus here?
It's better than mushroom jerky, I'm sure.
Well, we'll get some for the way back. Look at that soup, baby. I
You
want
deserve
Squish his
this. You
face.
deserve the bad pets.
Oh, look at that soup belly. Oh, soupy.
I like how he glitches out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
are you
fuck, is
done?
he a husk too?
Oh my god, no. He's actually made out of tree, not soup. Okay. Oh my god, now I'm covered in.
I think I have a one of the tree husks behind me.
There.
I am the primordial soup father.
So, I was watching. This is an aside. This is obviously not in a direction. Obviously, I'm waiting for you to decide where you're going to go from here. But the
Going back,
I was
homie.
watching like esoteric, like YouTube nonsense, right? Because I like learning
Hell yeah.
about like stuff like that, so I can incorporate it into D&D. And they said like the Sufi mystics, and I'm like, my brain heard soupy mystics. And I was like, what does the word soupy mean in all contexts? And there was a
Brothers
part,
in broth, unite!
there was a part of the word soupy that means like a nostalgia, a desire to know more about the past. And I was like, really? Okay,
That's what
soupy
soupy
mystics
means?
is the thing that's going to happen in my D&D games.
Okay. Is it soupy or Sufi?
Sufi mystics is what the real word is,
Sufi.
and real,
Okay.
Yeah.
real like mysticism. But for
Yeah.
me, I heard in my brain soupy,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was
Okay,
like,
got you.
I know that's not right. It's Sufi because the guy who was saying it kind of had like an accent,
Okay.
like a very strong British like narrator accent.
Mm.
It,
And
it wasn't a prospector. That wasn't the new job of the White
no,
Cap General Store owner.
yeah, it's not. That's not what he's doing. He's not doing. He's not doing. Anyway,
I'm gonna let y'all know now.
so that's. I just wanted to mention that.
That's
Soupy
cool.
mystics.
Soup.
Alright.
That
I
said,
like the Brothers of the Broth.
Brothers
I-
of the Broth. I'm digging it.
I
I'm actually
think
typing
we're
that right
gonna.
now,
I think we're going back.
right next
Right
to
into the
Yeah.
lore channel. Yep.
Tuba of Wishing.
I think we're going back to Anchorage, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Grabbing some fish along the way.
Yeah, and magic
And
stones.
then yeah.
And a
Do
dog.
we really need them now?
I mean, we don't need them now, but it'll come in handy later.
So if you go back down to the original, like entryway, and speak to the folks there, the specifically the guy, the guy, he would say, "Well, yeah, that's great. Report it back to the council, and here are those magic stones I was able to get you." He hands you a total of 6 stones. 3 are kind of a yellowish color.
Okay.
2 are a reddish color, and 1 is green.
So 3 yellowish, 2 reddish.
If you ask him what they do, he will state exactly what they do. The Thunderstones, which would be the yellow ones, you can make a ranged attack. It would be untrained, an improvised weapon.
Mhm.
On a hit, it does 2d10 thunder damage to whatever it is.
Ooh.
It's that simple.
Okay.
The red ones, the 2 red ones, you can throw them to a location, and they create a bonfire that lasts for 1 minute, as per the spell Create Bonfire. And then the green one, which is the strongest of the lot, you throw it at a location within 60 feet, and it casts the spell Entangle wherever it hits.
Neat.
Sick.
Thunderstone, Bonfire
Okay.
Stone, and Tanglefoot Stone.
I put them under gems, but I feel like they probably go somewhere else.
Yeah, you can sell them. I
I
would
mean-
say cost-wise, it's probably 50 gold for the Thunderstones. It's probably about the same for the Bonfire Stones, and then the Tanglefoot Stone's probably about 100.
I think we just need a grenade section in the party stores.
There is a
True that.
grenade section in the
Accurate.
handouts. I'll eventually get these written up and thrown in there.
Grenada. Okay. So then, yeah, we get our stones, we get the fish, and then we hop back on the boat to take the 8-hour-long ride.
Okay.
And I
yeah,
do the glyphs in reverse.
perfection. And if you do ask about Ashergoth while you're here, they do not have any octopus or squid, but they do have other cuttlefish for devouring.
I was looking for something for a spell component. I was just kind of letting on that I was going to eat it. But
Well, I would say the cuttlefish would probably suffice. Like, I think if you're looking for like a tentacle of one, is that right?
yes.
Yeah, the cuttlefish would probably have a portion of it that's sufficient.
Okay. Would I be able to just put a cuttlefish in a jar? I know that will end up resulting in its life being.
And
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
but it'll keep the tentacles fresh. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll put it right below my tube of wishing in my inventory.
Nice.
Love to see it. Yeah, cuttlefish got tentacles.
Probably.
They're small, but yeah,
Sufficient though. I'm good with it.
Yeah. they'll work.
Okay, so
Can we pick up some dried fish too?
absolutely fine. So like if you're looking for rations, fish rations, I would say you'd be able to, finagle at most 20 days out of them. Is what they probably have on stores.
He gives it to us for free?
Yeah, you just reactivated their trade conduit.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Give
okay.
them another piece of beef jerky.
I mean, yeah, I guess I can give him another piece.
Yeah, he gives you 10 more fucking days worth of fish rations.
Hell
If you give
yeah!
him jerky, like beef jerky.
Wait! We can use this to abuse the economy. How much jerky do you have?
how many rations do you have before we got these rations?
Let me check.
It's 1 for 3. It's 1 for 3 we can do.
Let me see.
No, we're good. We're good. We're good.
I have.
I was kind of joking.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Never mind then.
Joe's like, no, if you're
I
serious, I'm
have-
down.
I have 10 days of rations. So.
No, keep your rations.
It's a lot of fish.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of fish. So you would snap back to town, and that'd be the center of town. After a pleasant enough boat ride, the red caps that you saw on the way there would not be present any longer. It seems like they have moved on. For what reason you can't be certain. But in about the same location, probably not too far from where you saw those weird mushrooms, you would see that there are blink dogs that are kind of maneuvering about the space and eating said mushrooms.
Do they look happy?
They look great. Yeah, they look like they're happy.
Okay.
Should they be eating those?
Do
Should they be here?
you have nature trained? Blink dogs, yeah, sure. Blink dogs.
Okay.
Blink dogs are
Oh,
Feywild.
I don't
I
have
have-
nature.
I have history trained. I don't think history really helps me here because I'm
no.
not from
No,
here.
no, it wouldn't. Yeah, they're Fey. Blink dogs are Fey.
So did this
Yeah,
entire
but I mean, like-
excursion?
Yeah, they're all over.
Do we
Blink
want
dog.
them here?
Oh no, yeah, they're fine. Blink dogs are great.
Okay.
So blink dogs
Oh, pet
are
one then.
blink dogs are cool in like the forest, and the reason why they're like welcome in the forest is the main purpose of a blink dog is kind of hunting like more parasitic creatures.
Fomorians.
Well,
Mm.
no, not that. But like, I would say
Only
that,
the Mega Blink dog can take a Fomorian.
like they're definitely not fans of like I'm trying to think of some ones off the top of my head, like some ones that they'd probably like mean locks they're not fans of, like kind of like not kindly like fairy or pixies, quicklings they're quick to devour, darklings as well if they come up from the Fade or the Galark, and yeah they're like the more kind of annoying and like not good Fae. Blink dogs are kind of notorious for trying to consume.
Mhm. Oh, I see.
Yeah, they're like cats, but they're dogs.
Can I pet one?
Well, they're over there,
Oh.
and they can teleport away from you. So
Lame.
Did this excursion just take like a day?
so yeah, it took another 3 hours for you to get back, and you probably spent some time, gathering rations and the like while you were in the southern Anchorad.
Okay.
So yeah, it took the better part of 6 hours, 7-8 hours.
Okay.
Nice afternoon.
Mhm.
Nice
Well,
work
again,
day.
Time is kind of hard to track in the Feywild. Like, there's no night really.
It's basically an afternoon for Lose.
Like, there's
Okay.
there's twilight, but like it's
Yeah.
not like night.
It's on like night. Okay.
Yeah.
But then there's the twilight night.
God damn it.
This is confusing.
So once you make it back, the one thing you'll note as you're pulling up to the dock is the portal way that you were anticipating to see present, kind of off to the side, looks like it has shifted. So it's still there. It just looks like it doesn't go into, like, it looked like just a hole in space with like into another section, and it initially led to the Queen of Six's chamber. Now it looks like it leads to somewhere else. You don't know where for sure.
Oh shit.
Is that my fault?
Yes. No, probably not.
Should we look at it?
I think so. I think we should take a gander to see where it's going.
A little look-see.
You would see that there, like, as you kind of are pulling up and seeing it, you would see that there is one person who's kind of investigating it, kind of looking it over again, and that'd be Emerith. He's already there, present at the scene. So if you kind of stop and kind of move over that way to talk to him, he looks over at you and he says, I don't think it's secure. I might have to close this. How did everything go at the South Great Tree?
As it did 200 and something years ago.
It's
I'd say pretty well.
We opened it, but there were creatures that
so
tried to hinder us.
Fenmar
Were.
was right. And she's okay.
Yeah.
Mostly.
She better be.
Kind of.
Well, this is good. This is great. But this I'm gonna have to seal then.
Does it? Do you know the space it goes to?
I looked in briefly. I didn't step all the way through for fear it might close behind me, but I do recognize this place. It's not far from here, but it's in the material plane. Place known as Anvilvote.
And what? Oh, envelope.
Anvilvote. That
Envelope.
was north, right?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and hold on.
Big map. Big map.
Save, move.
You say anvil or anvil?
Anvilvote. Yeah, so that would be this place here. Anvilvote, as you understand it, is a dwarvish / human / conglomerate kind of mercantile location that was a mine, I guess is the best way to kind of describe it, or like resource well of what is known as ichor. And ichor is an essential ingredient in crafting magical inks.
Okay.
And ichor is also the blood of divine creatures, like gods at its highest degree, powers, angels, celestials on all that side, and fiends, or infernals on the other side.
I don't think there's so much of it.
Great question. Amarith doesn't understand why there's a well of the ichor at Anvilvote, but there are a lot of hypotheses that relate to it, like there's a dead god inside of the mountain, or there was a war between devils and angels, and the aftermath was a pooling of their fluids. Like blood over time will kind of stain whatever it's on and then kind of just dissipate, like it'll go away. Ichor doesn't do that, it just remains.
Magical blood. Okay.
Some might
Orlandus.
say it's
Is
what
it
remains.
What remains? Yeah.
Oh,
Same
Orlandus
same
would
wavelength.
let him know to definitely close that. Then.
I was getting ready to compliment you in the fucking side chat, and now I just don't even want to talk to you.
Telling you ruined it.
So yeah, that's where Anvilvote's located. It's been mentioned a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cool
The
kid that
kid
came.
was there.
Yeah,
Griff.
Griff, because he rides hippogriffs.
Hippogriff.
Easy naming convention.
I
He's
love
a
it.
good kid.
It's a
He
good
was a
kid.
good kid.
He was a good kid. Great kid.
Anytime I use a Groose for a map or a person, yeah, it's a good kid.
Yep.
Yeah. So the portal, like he said, it goes to Amblevote, but it goes to a location in Amblevote he's not terribly familiar with, and he doesn't want to pass through because he knows that he doesn't know if it'll shift again or when it'll
Right.
shift again.
Mm.
He's more inclined to close it.
Hell yeah.
So if
I-
you folks
Sure.
want to use it, you can.
Nah.
But it'll definitely pull you away from where your action is located to a different part of the
Yeah.
map.
Nah.
It's definitely a risk.
We will stay.
Okay, perfect.
Keep.
If you move to your normal kind of base location, Talindra will kind of cut you off on the way, having seen you come in from the tree, and she'll kind of walk up to you and say, I understand it. The Southern Great Tree has been activated, as Fenmar thought it would. Congratulations, sister. You and your crew are quite helpful so far. I'm sure that Fenmar would like to reward you for this. If you'd like, I can set up a meeting. If you do not wish to entertain an audience with him, I'll understand, though. But with everything that...
Fine with it. I'm not particular on letting people say "I told you so" to me, as you might be aware of. So as long as he doesn't say that.
I don't think he has any pride in him. That was knocked out of him long ago.
Well, I certainly still have mine. So
It was knocked out of him, what, like 300 years ago, and then yesterday?
Yeah,
True.
it's a double whammy. All these girls beating the
Yeah.
shit out of him. I don't know why I watched this. That girls get into beating the fuck out of Fenmar. What did he do to deserve it? He's just a-
good.
he's
He
just a
likes
guy.
it.
He's just a
He
guy.
likes it.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
maybe
he
that's
likes
probably
it.
So you do wish to entertain an audience with a Fenmar, is that right?
Why not?
Let's
He's
do
nice
it.
enough.
I'll set it up for when he's available, and I will send Amarith over to engage with you. I believe he's currently dealing with the strange portal that you came through. We have no need of it anymore, thanks to you. And so, yeah, you would know that she's probably going to have to do something about the fact that her envoys went through one portal and
Yeah.
don't know the other portal's open. So if they didn't get murdered by the Whitecaps, like they're not going to know how to leave to get back home.
And they might then get murdered by the White Cat.
Yeah. No, I swear, if this was a possible trade, I was going to bring you to meet them. Lie to
I
me,
swear
Elf.
it was here. You bring me to this cave.
I'll figure out what happens there eventually. But
They run into the other tunnel.
yeah, obviously I don't have to tell you what's
Oh
happening.
yeah, that shield guardian.
No?
Or that fucking, oh god.
Whatever it was, you don't know.
Whatever. It was.
Oh god. They're gonna fight it.
It didn't happen. Didn't have to happen.
Nah. They don't
Um,
gotta fight it.
But yeah, take some downtime. Obviously, it's later in the day, so if you don't want to,
Does
go ahead.
Cylindra still have that drink?
So she would say, "I will return." She left the bottle in your small room.
Okay.
It's currently sitting
In the room.
so the room that you folks were sharing was obviously a common room. It's
I
gonna be
thought
more of a
You
college.
meant like
like
this room.
in the room. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, it is on the table, kind of in the center there. It does look like there are two
Dang.
fine crystal glasses for consuming whiskey, though.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
She would go
Only two.
and return.
Quick, Astrogoth, play something with a lot of bass.
Nay.
You got it.
Brown Chicken, Brown Cow by Astrogoth. Miss Cat. That's a great hit.
Why are we like this?
I don't know. It's fine. This is fine. But she would leave. She would return, and she would say, "Fenmar will be ready to see you in the morning. He is currently indisposed, engaging with matters to the north. So it would seem that the northern great tree, its barriers have been breached. It's
Well, it's a good thing that we came, isn't it?
it's not too much of a problem. Inside of that space, some of the council members are quite capable combatants. Fenmar, you understand, is not quite the personal duelist, but his attachment to the primal allows him great powers, especially within the tree. Eloise is busy in the Westlands, or the Forest, so she was not able to assist, but Eris was more than capable to join, and they are aiding Jenthin, who I hope was not in any way harmed by the Fomorians' raid of the Inner Sanctum. This might pose a problem, but again, there's no way you would be able to get there quickly enough to be able to help in any way, so tomorrow he should be able to receive you. In the meantime, she walks over to the table, kind of sautes over to the sachet, whatever, that she just kind of walks with purpose to the table and taps the top of the green whiskey and sits down. It was probably hard travel, was it not?
It was long, but we were able to make it. There were weird monsters there when we arrived in the center of the tree.
There were no reports of any kind of creatures there plaguing the townsfolk. The people who have moved to the lakes to live in Twilight and with the scintillating scales have not reported such a problem. Were they unharmed, or?
Yes, the townsfolk were unharmed, but they seemed to want to attack Castia, and they had the same mark that the creature had.
Lose, as Aura Landis is kind of speaking to her and kind of summating like the situation, you'll notice that there's like a duality in her like presence here. And again, she's your sister, so you know she has this means of kind of, it's not so much duplicity, like she's not lying. There's no like, falsehood here. It's just that she's kind of engaging in two separate like goals at the same time.
Yeah.
She's very much got her counselor face on. She's listening to everything that Orlandis is saying, but her body is very much in the I am trying to be a great host to this person for purpose. So as she's kind of like serious face paying attention to everything he's saying, she's also uncorked the whiskey already and is pouring 2 glasses, waiting for Orlandis to take the other seat at the table.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did already.
It's like flirting at work.
Yes, she's very much like very interested in what he's saying about his day, but at the same time is trying to make the mood more casual.
Yeah.
Orlandis, when she's done pouring, he would take the glass, and then they do a clanky clink, and then he drinks.
She sips very gently. What do you do?
To follow the polite gesture, he will also sip.
Okay. It is very, 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 very alcoholic. There is a burning sensation that Orlandis has probably never felt in his entire life, that is hitting the back of your throat and just consuming your entire soul. If you have ever in real life drank absinthe,
yeah,
imagine that kind of strength, that kind of potency in the alcohol, but instead of being kind of an anise or licorice kind of flavor and taste, it is this very strange kind of rhubarb kind of sensation that's kind of filling you.
Okay.
So
Sounds
So it's fancy.
it is very fancy, yes.
Okay.
And you would kind of like, okay, that's a sip. You feel like
Yeah.
if you had gone for the gusto and tried to drink more of it at once, it probably would have done you dirty.
Yeah, I would have coughed up and looked horrible.
She'll gesture to Lose, and she says, "I apologize. I didn't grab enough drinks from the cupboard, but there should be some more in there. Some glasses for you and the others, if you'd like to enjoy Orlandis's delicious whiskey."
Sure, she'll go grab a glass, and ask Astrogoth, and like stop for a second, looking at Castia, and then ask her if she wants,
I will absolutely take one. Thank
because
you.
she's still not
Are we
sure how
sure?
old Castia is, and if she should and or can drink.
Are we sure we want to put drinks in Castia? We don't want that alter persona to come out.
It's up to her.
I don't want to be rude.
She'll grab 3 glasses then.
And yeah, just to make sure for Discord, I'm posting something in there, just so we understand the bottle shape and like the color of the liquid that's being
Yeah.
put on offer.
Yeah.
It is very much just that, and she would sip. It does look like she has a very strong capability to maintain her, composure, despite the burning that you assume is going on. And she doesn't look like, even after like a while sipping, you kind of explaining all the details in a more, lengthy conversational style. It doesn't look like she is that affected.
Oh yeah, Orlandis is affected.
She's really good at this. Like, extremely good. And Lose, that's one thing that she has that might be better than you. She can drink most people under the table.
Yeah.
Respect.
I feel like Lose is kind of a little bit of a lightweight anyways.
What's your con?
Well, I'm just going like for flavor wise.
No, I know, I understand. I'm just,
My con is 14.
yeah. I would say that, like, you can't put him away like she can.
Yeah.
You probably outpace Orlandis, though.
Okay.
Castia has a surprising tolerance, despite probably never having tasted this before.
She's like, I've done this before.
Orlandis's con is 18.
This is swill! I mean,
Oh.
what? No.
Ooh, that's actually really interesting. Make a Constitution saving throw, Cassia.
Oh.
That's funny. I just had to check my notes for that. That's hilarious.
Oh no.
Yeah, so you don't get drunk. This isn't so much that. It's actually a very weird kind of synekinesis between you and some sort of like memory. There's like a moment where it feels like you're in a moment that you remember, and like you're in a place where you've done this before. Everything feels very, very familiar. There is a strange man sitting across from you. The table is different, and the windows of the space seem to go out into that same kind of star space that you were in before, and there's just an infinity. The man sitting in front of you is not the man we've been seeing so far. This man is different in a couple of ways. He has brown hair like mine. He has long brown hair just like mine. He has very kind of pallid skin, but like a very almost like too perfect face. And he's wearing white gloves that have strange arcane markings all about them, kind of like in the palm and on the back, but not the same mark. He has the most vibrant green eyes, like more vibrant than the drink, and the only thing that you kind of pick up in this weird kind of moment that kind of flashes between the two, he says, well, I suppose then we won't have you going about like that again. And his voice is just like perfect. It's crisp, it's clear in your head. You remember it. You can always remember it. If you heard this voice again, you would know that this was the person that you were having a drink with before in this memory.
Oh shit.
Bum, bum, bum.
I remember I like this.
She will continue
Well,
her
that's good.
flirtations with Orlandis in this process, but then after a fashion will basically kind of give up the bottle to you and explain that she has to. Good catch. She will explain that she has to go about her business. She has some things she needs to attend to. Make sure Eloise has made it back okay. Does anybody have anything directly they want to say to her in that time though? Sorry for the fast tracking of this. It's close to close.
Oh no, you're good. I don't.
Zach, you got anything you want to say to her during the drinking?
I'm just gonna drink mine and put it down and be like, "Woo!" Something.
Spicy meatball.
That's potent.
It is. It is very strong. And then
That's
Orlandis, you don't rebuff her flirtations. I'm assuming you flirt
Oh.
back.
Yeah, Orlandis will ask, like, as a closing thing, do you wish to have... Well, he's a little drunk, but he'll ask, do you wish to have this conversation later?
Well, we can continue it whenever you want. My business won't be too long. I can, I suppose, steal you away for a little while this evening.
I will hold my breath.
Then I better move quick. She'll leave. And yeah, for the rotation period, because I'm assuming we're going into a long rest because the day was long.
Yeah.
Orlandis and Talindra will kind of abscond away from the group after a fashion. Orlandis still kind of light on his feet due to the whiskey, and everyone else will kind of saunter down. We'll leave it for tonight. If you have anything you want to put forward in character during the long rest duration, we can certainly discuss that as well, and then we'll get into the next bit next time. Thanks for watching, those that did. See you then.